Hello everyone, I'm CrypticFox, and welcome to our Friday night live stream. We're here to play a little bit of Oxygen Not Included. Now, it's not typical that we play on a Friday. However, there was a new update to the beta branch for Oxygen Not Included that came out yesterday. And I already had a game planned for Thursday night. We were playing a little bit of Ark last night with Nate, which was a bit of a hot mess, but nevertheless, we did it anyway. So tonight, we're going to tackle a little bit of Oxygen Not Included. Check out some of the new stuff that's in the update. We'll start a brand new colony and see what kind of hijinks and trouble we can get up to. Now, there is quite a bit that is different in this update. If you haven't seen any of the videos that have come out already, kind of highlighting some of the stuff that's in this change, it's almost like a whole new game, and it's pretty sweet. Totally been looking forward to playing around with it. Now, I've peeked at the game a little bit just to kind of see what some of the stuff looked like, but I haven't really had a chance to go through it all yet, so this is going to be kind of a learning experience as we go, as we kind of figure out all the stuff that we can do in the game. But welcome everyone who's here so far in the chat, or if you're watching on the channel afterwards, welcome as well. We're going to go ahead and just start a brand new game. Obviously, we're not going to do no sweat, because that's no fun. We're going to go with the survival. Now, there's a lot that's different with this update, including everything from, like, getting the opportunity to choose your type of asteroid that you're in that alters the level of difficulty of the game that you have, to some changes in the way that character traits are displayed, to new biomes that are on the different asteroids, new critters, new buildings. There's going to be a lot of stuff for us to kind of figure out and work through, and that's going to be a lot of fun. I totally love update days. So this is, we get to choose our destination. A couple different asteroid options now. So where before it was just the same static, randomly generated asteroid that had certain conditions, and the biome sort of assembled them together in similar ways. We now have all kinds of different ones. So we have everything from, like, this is the standard asteroid, which is very similar to, like, the typical type of asteroid we've been playing the game in, all the way up to these really specialized ones that have, like, tons of heat and lava, and this one's, like, tons of salty ocean water. Because, yeah, there's salty water now. It's crazy. There's, like, new forest biomes and everything. I'm actually going to jump in. We'll start on one of the easier biomes initially, just because I kind of want to see the new, or new asteroids, rather. I want to see the new biomes that are in it. So we're going to go ahead with the Arborea asteroid initially, only because this is the one that Clay recommends to get a good experience of what the new biomes are like in the game. So we'll jump in and try this one. Now, it is, it's a relatively easy asteroid. The further you go to the right, the harder they get. Chance of survival is likely in this one. It has large boulders, mixed boulders, irregular oils, and small boulders. There's even, though this one's really metallic, there's ones that have, like, geodes and stuff in the ground too, which is really neat. You find, like, precious materials and stuff. Yeah, geodes. Large number of geodes containing caches of rare metals. So, like, I don't know. It looks really neat. I feel like this adds a ton to the to some of the replay value and challenge, because now you can go ahead and play your normal game, and then you can also jump in and do some of those more challenging maps too, which is pretty sweet. There's also an opportunity to customize. So we can change things like disease and morale, hunger, stress. These are pretty much the similar things that we could modify before. Slightly different layout. It even gives me my world gen before we even start, which is interesting. Oh, a couple super chats. Still snow, I need to dupe again. Sub to PewDiePie, lava asteroid equals dupe death. Thanks for the super chat. And Asaya Hattori, love your videos. Thanks for the super chats, everyone. I really appreciate it. Alright, so let's jump in and start a game. This is a new loading screen too, which looks super cool. I like the effect of that. It just looks neat. I kind of want this as my wallpaper now on my computer. I think I might have to make it. My daughter's actually got a different wallpaper on there now. This is like Fox Productions or something. She's got a channel of her own, and she's been doing some Minecraft role-playing stuff with people. And someone made her this, like, Fox Productions thing. So now that's my desktop background, because she likes to change all the stuff on my computer. Disease is supposedly more deadly. Love it. Okay, that's good, because they actually, when they changed the way disease works, they really altered the way disease works. It was actually kind of a cakewalk after. You didn't really even have to pay attention to it. So here's the 3 duplicates we have to start. Now, as you can see, it doesn't show all of their traits anymore. It just shows the one they specifically have benefits in, which really simplifies the view. I kind of like that. So, and then also it gives you what the benefit of that trait is. So, like, cuisine, for example, gives this duplicate plus 35% cooking speed, which could be amazing in a colony like we had with the game of dupes, where everyone was dying of starvation. Actually, no, everyone was dying of suffocation. They should have died from starvation. So, oh, we can reroll we can even choose the type now. So instead of actually having to look for like flipping through a whole bunch and trying to find the right duplicate that you want, you can be more selective. They're kind of recognizing the fact this is what people do anyway. We can even be a missing dot strings dot whatever this is. I have no idea what job that is. All right, so I'm thinking we'll go with a digger initially for one of them. Decorator, digger, doctor, farmer, operator, rancher, researcher. I definitely want one of those. And I guess we'll take supplier, tidier, rancher, operator. Where's the constructor? I wonder if the constructor is this one here, the missing trait. Yeah, it is. I think. Now I don't know, because it doesn't even have construction in all of them. It's kind of all over the place. All right, this one's different. Maybe it's like this might be the exosuit specialist or something. Farming is dangerous. Yeah, when I have farmers in my colony, they have a tendency to die for unknown reasons. Hashtag don't sue me. Operator, rancher, researcher, supplier, tidier. I want someone who does construction. Decorator, cooker. Oh, builder. Duh, I'm so smart. All right, we have grease monkey. Increased machinery. 30% machinery, increased machinery, increased creativity, increased decor, morale. That doesn't make any sense for being a construction person. Nope. Nope. Increased food morale bonus. All right, I'll take that. Pacifist cannot do attack errands. That's okay. So, yeah, it looks like the traits are relatively similar. They're just kind of laid out a bit differently. Lexi Love with the super chat. Hi, Fox. Super excited about Oni update. Me too. I love when they update the game. Texas Wrath again with the super chat as well. Happy Friday, sir. Thank you, Texas Wrath. I appreciate the super chat. Okay, so we have our digger with increased machinery. How can we get here for... Ooh, suit wearing, +3. I'm going to get a big research number. Let's try to power through the research as quickly as we can. +3 science. Ooh, they call it sciencey now. +7 science. There we go. And mole hands. Increased excavation. That'll be good. I mean, that's not the digger, but whatever. That's fine. We need a name for our colony, though. Who wants to name the colony? Fire out some ideas in the chat. We'll get an idea what we want to do here. Now, we're going to go back to the typical way of naming duplicates, so we'll just name them after people in the chat. And as a representation of thanks for the super chats, we'll start off with the people who super chatted. Still Snow. This dupe can be... Wait a minute. We got to go with this one. This one looks a little bit like PewDiePie. So this will be... Sub to Pewds. Sub to PewDiePie. And then Isaiah Hatoro, or Hattori, rather. Isaiah? I don't know how to say that. I'm sorry. I'm terrible with names. Isaiah Hattori. Garden of Eden. Dupe Mageddon. Failure. Failure to launch. Okay, I kind of like that one. Failure to launch. This will be the failure to launch colony. It would be really funny if it crashed now after we named it that. Okay. Sweet. All right, brand new world. This is a totally different looking, totally different asteroid layout. So this one doesn't have our typical starting area. I mean, there's a whole bunch of dirt here, which is good. Some igneous rock. We've got some. Wow, this is a really small starting zone. Hokey jokies. We have a little bit of water up here, but not a lot. A little bit of water down here. I hope we have some good sources of water because I'm gonna need it. Jess with the super chat. Please name a dupe of Earl. All right, will do. Hey Cerberus, how's it going? Okay, so we are in. Oh, there's aluminum in here now, so there's new metals. This is one of the new critters they added. This is a pip. They're pretty cute. Pips are pesky, non-hostile creatures that subsist on lumber and enjoy foraging for seeds. Digestion, diet, arbor tree, excretion, dirt. We could have used this guy in our last colony. We can wrangle and trap it. That's cool. Isn't he cute? You know, it reminds me a little bit of the, what are they in Hamlet called? The Pogs. It reminds me of the Pog in that it's super cute and a little bit troublesome. Let's dig out some space here and try to find some room. We are going to be really strapped for water in this biome. I was not entirely expecting that. Seems like this should be sort of an easier one because it's early in the mix, but, yeah. Water no bueno. Big decor boost. Do they get the big decor boost? Pip egg, 100%. Well, let's take a look. Hold on. We'll look at decor. Oh, yeah. Look at that guy. He's so cute. He makes everyone around him happy. Until he steals their stuff and eats it. Very much like the Pogs, I have to say. But those trees, they are. These are the new arbor trees. Which is kind of funny. Grows body temperature of 15 degrees to 40 degrees. Needs air pressure of 150 to 1,000. And if you actually have it domesticated, it requires fertilization with phosphorite and irrigation through polluted water. But I guess it grows, and then these branches here like drop off the tree, or it could be harvested or something, and that gives you lumber, which is a new material in the game. Where's the algae? There is none. We are algaeless. Let's take a look at what we have that we can build, because things are going to be a little different here for sure. Because we definitely don't have any algae here. Standard layer, oxygen diffuser. Converts large amounts of algae into oxygen. Well, we're going to need to find algae, otherwise we can't produce oxymogens. Power, food, plumbing. We can't do a bunch of this stuff until we do any research. So it looks like it's all the standard starting stuff, which is interesting because there's actually no algae here that I can see. It's granite. I know there's supposed to be a new machine that produces oxygen, which is kind of cool. I think it's like a rusty oxidizer or something. So there is rust here. We'll end up having to use that, but we'll need to research that machine first. But I guess we'll get started here on some of our fancy staple items. Well, we do a bathroom here, and then the trouble is going to be we actually don't have a good supply of water here. This is going to be a little troublesome. I'm not going to lie. Plumbing. Where's my plumbing? Give me a pitcher pump. We'll stick that right in here. For that itty little bitty bit of water we got down there. Uh-oh. Give a couple wash basins, too. Still Snow with the super chat. I must maintain my 0 death record. Don't let me die. I'll try not to. I mean, I make no promises, but I'll try not to. Let's crank up the speed a little bit here. Gotta move. Get these guys moving a little more quickly. Oxyferns make oxygen, kind of like the real trees. There's no need to make light. So we have Mirthleaf. Oh, there's an oxyfern up there. Uses carbon dioxide and emits oxygen, which is amazing. It doesn't have to be fertilized with dirt and water if you have it domesticated, but if you just leave it alone, it'll continue to do its own work all on its own. So we actually have an oxyfern down here. Another one down here. This will be interesting, and it's going to start to become like an exercise in trying to leave the environment alone a little bit, because we don't want to mess with it. We want to leave the oxyferns alone and let them kind of consume CO2 for us. Yeah, so that'll be different. I don't really do good at leaving things alone. I'd like to meddle too much. We'll take a little well here that our CO2 can fall into and feed the fancy little oxyfern down there. So actually, oxygen is actually included now. Well, yeah, I guess it kind of is. I mean, because they start you with oxalite, but they also give you oxyfern. Now, I don't know how many oxyferns you need to actually have producing things to support your colonists. We'll have to kind of figure that kind of stuff out. However, in the meantime, we do have oxygen sources there, which is neat. Spalm is the new rush tech. Yeah, I could see that, I guess. Like I said, I think there is also an item that they added to the game that lets you make oxygen out of rust, like something like a rusty oxidizer or something like that. So that's another option that we'll have that we can kind of toy around with too. Let's build a second layer down here. How much room does this plant need to grow? Not that much. 2 tiles, same as a normal farm plant. I don't normally like to have 3 high spaces here, but we'll make like storage or something under here. Actually, I'm gonna cancel this. We'll make this just like too high. We'll make a little storage thing like immediately under our central area. Construct that, please. This will be our little storage room. Dig all this business out over here. I both want to dig up the arbor tree to get out of the way, but I also want to leave it alone because it's new and I want it to do things that don't require me to plant it. What's its growth at? 7%. Growing branches, apparently. No, Brothgar talked about the new O2 machine, but I forgot what it is. Too much info. Oh, I know. There's so much that's different this time around. This, of all the updates they've made so far, I think this is the one that changes the game most dramatically. Which is probably partly why I'm pretty excited for it. This is going to be really cool. The starting biome is just so different now. Oh, look over here. We've got Dasha Salt Vine. Consuming chlorine and growing salt, which is cool. We have a Nosh Sprout. Nosh sprouts thrive in colder climates and produce edible nosh beans. Apparently, nosh beans have been flushed in the toilet. it's still beta branch. There's a lot of things they haven't gotten set up yet. Bear in mind too that this has only been out for like a day in the beta branch, so there's probably a lot of things they're going to tweak and change about it. This is sort of the testing and stuff before it becomes part of what the core game really is when they launch it. Springs into live stream. Yes, I made it. Welcome, Lily Lemon Drop. There are Chivos now. Chivos, you mean like achievements? Yes, there are actual like in-game objectives and stuff now, which is really different. Where are those hiding? Ooh, here's the skills now. From what I understand, they got rid of the jobs board. Skills are now just done right through the main gate. We don't have any points, so nobody can get anything. But this is what it looks like. Kind of all segmented a little bit differently, it seems. I feel like this looks a little different than it was before. It might just be the artwork that's different. Maybe the layout's the same, but very neat. Shine bugs interrupt sleep now. Oh, that is cool. Everyone in the world, shut up, CF is streaming launch beta. Hey, Dan with a plan. How's it going? The initiatives are exactly what the game needed. A lot of new players need goals. Yeah, because if nothing else, having goals sometimes leads you to discover things you might not have discovered otherwise, right? I don't know necessarily how critical the goals are. I think they're all largely optional, but it gives you a direction to move towards. So for new people that are starting to play the game, and they're like, what am I supposed to be doing with this mess? Now they got something they can do. Research tree's crazy now. Well, it always was. Yeah, it got to be really big in general. From what I understand, they've reorganized it, so it's kind of it's a little bit more, or well, I don't know how to say it differently. It's a little more organized. They've organized it. Ooh, it's cold over here. Minus 4.9 degrees Celsius. Apparently, the rust biome is cold, which is why this bean is still there, I guess. Let's take a look at the temperature overlay and see what we've got around. Wow. That is a cold, close by cold biome, which is interesting because there's no wheezeworts there. We got a hot biome here. We got a cold biome over here. This is another rust biome with more of those nosh sprout things in it. I don't see any geysers in the immediate area, but that's not necessarily surprising. Huh. So this is a new thing to have to deal with. Having this cold that's this close by. They haven't had that since one of the early versions where the cold biome used to spawn like immediately next to your starting biome. Now it's, you know, for the longest time that just hasn't been a thing, and now it is. So something else to take care of. Let's start getting some, well, I'll put some stuff in here that they can start to store some materials away for me. And in the meantime, we'll get them started doing some research. Since we have our fancy research dude, we should probably use them. It's interesting. With the way that things are changing now, it's going to change around probably the whole way we start out the colony a little bit. Once we get a little practice at it and figure out what we want to tackle first. Because temperatures are a much more pressing concern. I mean, initially you could just sort of stay huddled up in your little central biome and not really worried about the temperatures outside while you sort of get yourself situated and do everything that you want to do initially. Eval, Fox, I got They Are Billions. Oh, that's awesome. Such a good game. Oh, I earned an achievement? Where's my achievement? Colony achievement earned. Ooh, oh, there's the achievements. Failure to launch. I love that name. Oh, look, it's got a little summary, too. We can even see the stuff we were doing here. Except apparently this doesn't work yet. I think this is supposed to be actually like a time-lapse video of your colony progress and how you worked from the beginning through, which is an amazing feature if it actually works. Bunch of stats for things we haven't done yet. That's cool. Some of the buildings and stuff we've made. Oh, it's actually got a count of all the building materials. Look, we've already made 19 ladders. There's never a lack of ladders in our colony. Hey, Sovereign Prax. Hi there, Fox. This update is fantastic. Yeah, I'm super excited. It's your only chance to tempt me into sandbox mode. Well, we've already started the colony, so I probably won't do sandbox mode just now. But really cool. So, escape the asteroid. What achievement did we get? Oh. Outdoor renovations. Construct a building outside the initial starting biome. Oh, did I do that already? It must have been the toilets we built. Totally tubular. Have the duplicants travel 10,000 meters by transit tube. Generate 200. So these are like, they're smaller achievement type things here, but then there's also these larger objectives. Escape the asteroid or colonize the asteroid. The duplicates have overcome their unfortunate circumstances and carved out a life for themselves among the stars. And then this one's all about escaping, which is pretty sweet. So that is cool. Nice to have some late game objectives. Let's go ahead and get all this set up. Cultivatable soil, that's fine. Consumable ore, yeah. Critter eggs, no thank you. Don't put those in there. Raw minerals and seeds. We have mealwood seed and mirthleaf seed so far, and that's it. At least we got places to store stuff. Let's take a look at our priorities. I want you focused on research. We're not going to go crazy with this colony, by the way. I'm going to stop picking duplicates probably when we get to around 18 or 20 this time around. We're not just going to go psychotic and grab a million duplicates. It gets to be too much. There. We'll set all those priorities, and we'll set them to enable proximity stuff. Always choose the closest, most urgent error to perform. Hopefully that... I'm curious to see how that works in conjunction with this whole research thing, but we don't really need any duplicates on attack mode. So let's just do that. Disallow it. Yeah. That'll work. Do your thing, little guys. Scared to take 8 with all this new stuff. Yeah, well, with, yeah. In all fairness, as we start to work through this, things might go really poorly for us. But that's all part of the learning process, so I'm kind of looking forward to that. What is going on? That's got to be a bug. The water is leaking upwards. 1,000 kilograms per tile. That's some air trapped in there. 4,000 grams worth. So yeah, the water's leaking upwards through the soil and flooding my plants over here. I totally was not expecting that. Let's just go ahead and make a ladder down here. Maybe it'll stop leaking if I dig my way into it. Or maybe it'll be under pressure. It'll gush out and flood my base. That'd be cool, too. Yeah, it didn't really. Okay, I'm going to have them dig this ladder down a little lower. I'm going to try and get the water to sink down a bit. Make a little bit of space in here. Let me store some... Oh, we've already got rocks we can't dig. That's interesting. What kind of rock is that? Granite. Can't dig granite. Need somebody with the diggy jobs. Jess Stewart with a super chat. Failure is fun. Thanks for the super chat, Jess. Appreciate it. Flood everything. I don't think there's enough water for that. All right, so this is the new... Oh, man. Like zoomy zoom. This is the new jobs tree. Or not jobs tree. The new research tree. I think it has much of the same stuff in it. But they've kind of organized it in a logical way so you can find things you're looking for. So if you're looking for food, it's going to be in this top section. Power is all grouped together in here. Solid materials... Colony development. Oh, look at that. They have the advanced research stuff is the second level up in the tree now. It's not even the first one. We should probably start on employment. Provides a gathering place for duplicates. All right, we'll do that. We'll start on employment first because I want to get to this advanced research tree. Medicine has its own little chain here. We got liquids. I love the new artwork on these. That's great. Is Surviving Mars worth buying since it's on sale, or is it buggy, and is it really difficult? Surviving Mars on sale is totally worth it. I actually enjoy that game. Now, bear in mind, the videos I did make were sponsored videos. But I did actually really enjoy the game. I should actually play more of it. I get so easily distracted by other things. Like, I constantly play games a little bit, and then I move on to the next one. I'm really bad that way. Oni is one of those few games that I've really, really consistently played over a long period of time. But if you like those kind of colony building games and stuff, it's really good. And there are varying degrees of difficulty in Surviving Mars. So it's I would say on sale, it's probably a steal. Gases, we have looks all really similar stuff in there. I don't see anything really new. I really like the art style, though. That's great. Hazard protection. Oh, they got all the suits all grouped together down here. Oh, here's some of the new stuff. Renaissance art. Monument base. Builds the bottom section of a great monument. Can be customized. A great monument must be built to achieve the colonize imperative. So that's that one task there, is that. And they don't have art yet for the headpiece of it, by the looks of it. Smart home, computing. That all looks similar. We have all the rocketry stuff down here. That, again, looks similar. Frank with a super chat. Thanks for the super chat, Frank. I appreciate it. Thank you very much for the support. Where are the new buildings? I want to see some of this new stuff. Home luxuries. Plastic ladders, no. Nope, nope, nope. That all looks the same. Nothing new up there. Advanced caffeination. I love they gave it its own little section called advanced caffeination. You're the reason I wanted to buy it. The digital deluxe edition is $13.59 USD, down from $39.99. So I thought about getting it. Oh, that's a steal, Charlie. That's a good game. I enjoy it. I haven't gotten into a lot of the really complex stuff in that game yet either. So, you know, if you enjoy it and you think it looks cool, I would totally get it. Canister filler, that's all the same. Nothing new here. Air systems. Ooh, there we go. Rust deoxidizer. Converts rust into oxygen and chlorine. Becomes idle when the area reaches maximum pressure capacity. All right, so that's good. Desalinator. That's a new building. Removes salt from brine or salt water, producing water. It's interesting it doesn't produce salt as well. But that gives us a way to clean salty water so we can get fresh water that's actually going to be usable by our duplicates. Pathogen diagnostics. Medical machinery. That's all things and stuff. Nothing new here. Any new power systems? Oh, there we go. We got some temp art. That's got to be new. Wood burner. Burns lumber to produce electrical power. Produces carbon dioxide and heat. Very similar to the coal generator, except it's just using... It's using the wood before it gets a chance to become coal. Love the videos they make for this. Yeah, the little short animated films are awesome. I really got a kick out of those. Petroleum generator, that's the same. Oil well, nothing here. I love when new stuff comes out for this game. It's like my favorite thing. Oh, gourmet meal preparation. Gas range. Cooks a wide variety of quality foods. Duplicates will not fabricate items unless recipes are queued. All right. So that's a new cooking station where before they just had down here, they had the electric grill. Alpha Beta R, your streams and VODs are amazing. Thanks for keeping me from having to do work. Thanks, Alpha Beta. Appreciate the super chat. Thanks for the support. We have a park sign, classifies an area as a park. That is cool. So we have some new research stuff in here. That's really neat. The zooming is a little funky on this. I have trouble actually getting it to zoom in just a little bit. It goes in like a lot or a little. I need like a half click on my mouse wheel so I can do things with it. I think I heard there was another sensor too. Where would that be? Ooh, nope, that's the aqua tuner. Did I hear right? Is there another sensor? I think I heard there was another motion sensor or something. I don't see where that would be here though. Oh, wait, there it is. Duplicate motion sensor becomes active or goes on standby based on the proximity of the nearest duplicate. Ooh, that could be fun. So many cool things we're gonna have to build with this. It really is like starting the game all over again. We've got to learn like what the approach is that's going to be best to support our duplicates. I feel like a lot of the things will kind of be similar to keep our duplicates alive. Obviously, growth halted for atmosphere, carbon dioxide. Oh, interesting. There's a small skim of water down here, and it's actually stopping this plant from growing because it doesn't consider itself to be sitting in CO2, even though it looks like there's CO2 down here. Unless it needs like a certain pressure of CO2. Interesting. Interesting. John B. How's it going? Welcome. Kate, yes, it is a new update. It actually came out of the beta branch yesterday. This is my first time getting to really dig into it and check it all out. Yeah, salt water can't be used for farming, I'm afraid. Katrina, welcome to the colony. You are not a duplicate yet, but I will make you the next duplicate that comes in. Because I know you've been asking for a little while about that, and I apologize. We were doing something totally different with our last colony, which I would like to say was a resounding success and had no duplicate deaths whatsoever. Don't go check the footage. Okay, so there's powering this junk up. What's our temperature like in here now? How quickly is this? Ooh, this cold is really spreading in here relatively. Well, it's not that bad. It's really blue, but it's like 8 degrees. It's not really... It's not awful. I mean, our duplicates aren't going to care for it much, but it could be worse. Let's start to build up a little bit. I'm going to dig out some of these trees. I mean, I know that I probably am going to want to have some of these in place. But I want the room. I'm taking up all my space on me. Trees everywhere in this joint. Oh. Hardwired imperatives. Colonize the asteroid. Survive 200 cycles. Maintain 16 morale. I wonder how long you have to do that for. Print 12 duplicates. Build a great monument. Escape the asteroid. Breach the temporal tear. Interesting. It wasn't really that clear on the summary about these things, but that's kind of neat. And they have skills in here too. So let's go choose a blueprint. Jeez. Well, we've got 2 duplicates to choose from. We have a decorator, we have a cook. It's going to be a while before we can decorate, so let's choose a cook. This will be Katrina. Thank you for being a channel member, Katrina. Much appreciated. Sorry, I had to check the spelling of your last name. Trina Connolly, +7 cuisine, and they're a grease monkey. Print. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Skill points earned. Ooh, we got skill points. Your shower will look like an absolute murder scene. I'm a little concerned now, Brittany. Very concerned. The background's amazing. Yeah, it looks really cool. So many little tweaks. So many. Tutorial, germs. Oh, they have tutorials in here now. It's not really... Well, it's actually just a little written tutorial. That's not bad. Cool. Very, very neat. Sovereign Prax with the super chat. Puck shells are great for early for first toilets. They eat rot piles and pouted dirt too. It's polluted dirt. It's at some stage. Please dupe me. Thanks, Sovereign Prax. Appreciate the super chat. Yeah, we haven't seen that critter yet. That's one of the other new ones that's in here somewhere. I don't see one in our early biome. Maybe later we can get one. Really, really neat. I wonder if they fixed some of the things that you could do with the germs and stuff that kind of mucked around with it. I think that shine bug there is actually waking the duplicants up. Okay, so what do we want to make next? I mean, I could go... Well, if I go into power, we can get a large battery so they won't have to run on that treadmill quite so often. That's probably a good thing. Or we can go to advanced research. Or farming. Let's go farming. I want to get a farm started. Start growing some plants. Give ourselves some food. Now, with the biome layout, my farm doesn't necessarily need to be where it was before. Oh, wow. That's interesting. It actually extends way over to the right this time. I don't want it to be up here because it'll be too hot. I probably will want it to be in this general area here. We got a cold biome up here that hopefully will counteract some of the hot biome. I don't want it to be down here. This is too cold. I used to think it is. Let's see what's the temperature condition on this. 10 to 35, yeah, or 10 to 30 rather. Yeah, we definitely don't want it down there. Trees are new. Yep. Lots of new stuff in here. I can't believe how much they changed it with this launch. This is amazing. I'm so excited to learn all the new stuff about the game and kind of figure it all out again. It's going to be really neat. Get rid of that. We don't need it. I don't need it. I saw somebody earn some skill points, so let's go spend some skills. Oh, Katrina. That's weird. So the new duplicant arrived with a skill point, but the other duplicants did not. That's really interesting. It's so funny that they don't get to do that. I wonder if they'll end up changing that. Katrina is not very athletic. -6 athletics. I didn't even notice that. Cuisine of 7, machinery 3. Let's put her. We'll put Katrina on cooking, and we'll set Katrina's priority to be our chef. There we go. Excellent. They already kill themselves in stupid ways. Oh, they constantly kill themselves in stupid ways. You see why they delayed launch now? Yeah, they changed so much. So now this is just in the beta branch. So there's going to be a lot of things that are probably going to change with time. I would not expect this to be the way it looks when it ultimately launches. There's going to be things that change. But historically, when they've made changes, it's been like tweaking things. They've done a really good job of testing things ahead of time before they even let it get into the beta branch for us to play around with it. So we'll find some bugs and stuff, and we'll find things that they're gonna ultimately change around. I wonder if I can change the temperature. Oh no, I can't even dig in here. Never mind. I don't have digging skills. I can't dig. It's so weird. I want to dig up into here, but this water is going to spill down, and then it's probably going to overflow down here. Let's try and maybe make this a little bigger. I'm going to dig up this tree. It's going to be in my way. So is this stuff over here. We'll find trees elsewhere. We'll make a little... We want to make use of that park. Maybe we'll preserve this little spot, like right here in the middle, as our little park. Because we can put a little sign in there, and it turns it into a park, I think. It's like a new room type. Oh, speaking of which, here's our rooms up here. Washroom, latrine, bedroom, barracks, great hall, mess hall, massage clinic, hospital, power plant, greenhouse, stable, recreation room, nature reserve, and park. So... Needs a park building, at least 4 wild plants, no industrial machinery, 32 tiles, 120 tiles for the maximum size. It gives morale a +6, wow. +3 morale for the park. I wonder, it says no industrial machinery, but I wonder if you could put like a water cooler in the park area and like compound your effect. Algae tram, we don't need to worry about that. None of that. Composting, I should build one of these. Dig out over here. I wanna get one of these little pip critters out here. Bring your uber cuteness. Let's get your pip on. Try to protect our water supply a tiny bit too. Not that there's a lot there. We're gonna be really stressed for water soon. Okay, in order to get the water to flow the way I want it to, I think I'm going to throw a little tile under here so we can jump under here, and we'll dig out this. And then I'm going to dig straight up from here with a ladder, and we'll try to get the water to flow down this way, and then down into our small reservoir we have down here. Oh, 2 levels. Are they getting low? They're down a tiny little bit. There's no algae, though. We're going to have to figure out early oxygen. We have the oxifern, but it's not really doing a ton. I mean, it's producing some oxygen, but it's in the milligrams per second level. That's going to be really, really new to try to balance. I'm going to stagger the ladder here, and we'll try to dig our way out of here. There's another oxifern here, so we can leave that. It'll produce a little bit of oxygen. We might have, you know, the funny thing is I never use algae terrariums, but in this kind of an environment, I might actually, no, you know what? I can't. I don't even have any algae. We have a food issue. 2,300, yeah, we're gonna run out of food. I've been so busy looking at stuff, I'm not really actually building things, which does present certain challenges. Let's go with the power here, I guess. I did finish the last research, didn't I? Yeah, I did. Okay. Okay, so I want to get farming and stuff built. So let's work on some of that. Where's my food? Oh, I don't even have it unlocked yet. What am I doing? What am I doing? I got... This is the level I want to go up to. There we go. We're going to need like a kitchen and stuff, though, because we're going to need like micro mushers and what have you. Which presents a challenge all on its own, because we don't have a lot of water. If I have to use the micro musher, things are going to go ugly quick. Yeah, well, we have a fair amount of oxygen, but it's kind of going down a little quick. We can dig up to here. We have tons of oxygen up here. Bloop. And we have a pip up here, too. He's like our super friend. We'll dig that out. We'll let the oxygen out. Kilograms of it. Plus, there's oxalate in here, too. It's like a double win. Opening up the park. If you domesticate any oxifern, can produce more oxygen than a non-domesticated by a substantial amount. Does it? Let's take a look. Let us take a look. Well, actually, it's probably not going to say in here necessarily. Oxifern. Yeah, it doesn't say. Decor, -10. Really? It's not exactly an ugly plant. If anything, I think the tree would have a... Nope, +15 for the tree. Apparently they really like the look of the tree. They really hate the look of the fern. Who knew? Maybe the fern stinks. Might have a little smell about it. How long am I going to live? That'll be interesting to see. Say Hattori. Oh, that's our researcher. Let's get them working on advanced research. I'd really like our digger to get all digified. But we can't. We don't have any points. Should have brought our digger in as our first duplicate, maybe. Like, not in the initial group, but the first one we actually added, because frankly, it seems like there's more benefit to doing that. What are those pink feather animals that just escaped? These things here? These are pips. It's almost like the Pog in Don't Starve. It can go on any surface. It likes to root through your stuff, so it'll like empty out containers and things on you. It eats wood and it poops out dirt. So it's always little the poops. No hats. Do I not have hats on anyone? Oh, still snow. There we go. Finally, we can put a skill on them there. All right, you have hard hat digging. You can do advanced research. You don't matter. And grilling. Now they have hats. Man, the way this tree pops up is gonna throw me off. Let's work on building power systems. Actually, what do I have in the oxygens area? Gases, exosuits, decor, computers, rocket. Where's the oxygen stuff? Liquids, medicine, colony development, power, food. Where? I know it's here somewhere. Where is the oxygen jug? Solid materials, liquids. Is it under gases or whatever? No. I'm thoroughly blind right now. I can't find the rusty oxidizer. That's what I want to get set up, actually. Although I don't know what's going to do with the chlorine. That'll be interesting. Air systems. There we go. So, oh, it's under liquids. Why on earth would the air systems be under liquids? Okay, I guess maybe it's liquid chlorine that comes out of it we have to deal with. It doesn't require advanced research, so we should probably channel our research into that after we finish with the power systems. Top line of liquids. I was not at all expecting it to be in liquids. Who's gonna die first? I guess we'll see. I guess we'll see. It uses water? Does it? I wonder if it produces polluted water in the process. I'm going to take a look at that building once we research it. So many new things to check out. I love this. I'm so excited. I'm a huge geek. Okay. Ladder up. Go, go, gadget ladder. I want to build my farm up here. Oh, look, there's wood on the ground. Lumber, 300 kilograms. Harvested from an arbor tree. I guess it falls off on its own. We don't even have to harvest it. That's handy. Pip, pip, tally-ho. The skill scrubber. What? Oh, yeah, the skill scrubber is for resetting your skills. So if you don't like the way that you've chosen your skills, you can get them reset. They had that in the last update. It's not something I really use. Is this the preview for the launch upgrade? Why are there no upgrade notes anywhere? There are upgrade notes. So hold on a second. If you're talking about the patch notes, I'll show you where to get them. I even tweeted them, I think. Oxygen not included. All right, so you're gonna go to if you just pop into Google and search for Clay game updates. Here's the patch notes here. So the 27th. There we go. This is the patch notes showing everything, and then if you click on reveal hidden contents, you can see all the details of things. So there's a list of like new buildings you can get, the new critters, new it says new fauna, but it's actually new flora. New locomotion, power, stress, insulation, etc. So this is all about like picking your different asteroids with the different traits. There's some new foods we can create: spicy tofu, sushi, improved food with table salt. The new biomes they added in. So you can find the patch notes here, but if you just go to the Clay forums under game updates, that's where you'll find all the details you're going to want. Plant blossoms and duplicate light. Pip, pip. Man, why are these... There's a big mess on the floor that nobody's cleaning up. Is it because these things aren't set to handle it? Nope, should be fine. We just guess we don't have anybody like focused on cleaning. Ugh, again, with the weird zooming when I click on this thing. Okay, what was I going to look for? Oh yeah, oxygen. Let's make sure that we have something that's going to prevent us from going dead. And pray that it doesn't consume water, because if it does, that's going to present problems. Oh, that dugout. Try to get the water down there. Your eyes went wide involuntarily. I love it. Just got here. Have you missed much? Hey, the Taupe. We've been looking at some of the new stuff that's in the game. We've started a new colony. You haven't missed a ton yet, aside from checking out some of the new things that are in the game. Okay, choose the blueprints. We're going to bring in another duplicate. And this one is going to be Lexi Love. All right, so it's science and creativity. Suit wearing and tidying. That just seems contradictory. Researching and decorating. Decorating, suit wearing, and farming. +1 agriculture. It's really small boost to the growing speeds. I'd like to get someone who has better agricultural levels. Oh, there's one of the new critters here. This is the poke shell. Poke shell spawn. A snippy little poke shell spawn. In time it will mature into a fully grown poke shell. It's so cute. Let's bring in the science and creativity. Artwork is going to be handy. More research is going to be handy. This could be Lexi Love. Thanks again for the super chat, Lexi. Appreciate it. Oh, there goes the water. Giving the little Pip a bath. Those are some cool holodeck backgrounds. Yeah, the backgrounds look really neat. Much liking it. Park or nature preserve. They're a great morale boost. Yeah, I'm going to turn this one into that. Now, in order for this to become a room, we actually have to put a door on it. So we'll throw a little pneumatic door here. Whoops. Funny enough, this space in here might actually not be big enough. Well, we'll try to even it out a little bit. I want the dirt that's in here. Room size for the nature reserve. We've got the wild plants in there, so that's fine. 120 tiles is how big it can be. So actually, we have plenty of space there. We can make this pretty big. We'll give them a double access point, one on either side. And I dug this way much too high. I think it's neat that they gave us a reason to actually preserve an area, too. We don't even need to like, convert this. Who made a mess and why? Well, it was bound to happen. I've tainted the water supply already. Gosh, I'm smart. It's really hard being this good. Oh, I wonder if actually... Oh, look at that! The water held it back. Somebody go mop that up, and maybe it won't get down here in the good stuff. Oh, boy. No, there's no rolling back. Is a cold biome melting? What are those new plants? There's lots of new plants. So these are the arbor trees. They grow lumber that you can use for different things. This is called an oxifern. It breathes in carbon dioxide and spits out oxygen. So it's kind of like another algae plant, except this one grows in the wild. So you can actually, if you find them, you can leave them alone, and they'll clean up CO2 for you. Oh boy, I need oxygen. At least they can go up here to get some oxygen. Not that I've unlocked that thing that turns it into the cool room yet. This particular asteroid that we're starting on, because if you weren't here at the start of the stream, you actually get to pick the asteroid you start on now. There's different types that have different levels of difficulty and different combinations of biomes. The one that we've picked doesn't appear to have any algae in it, which is really interesting. It's been, like, algae has been a staple of the game, like, right since the very beginning, and we don't have that in this colony, which makes for sort of an interesting circumstance. We're gonna have to produce oxygen using different methods. Lana with a super chat. Thanks, Lana. I appreciate it. Thank you for the support. Is the water oxygen in the little room you make right? I'm confused. If the water oxygen is the little room you make right? Yeah. I don't know. I'm confused now. Who's dying first? I don't know. Probably whoever's going to suffocate. Because these plants are not producing large amounts of oxygen. We have too many duplicates for the amount of oxygen we're actually producing right now. Oh, actually, I meant to do... I meant to put some compost over here. Give them a place to dump off things that are a little bit farther away, so we're not polluting our systems. So much fun. Your selection swapped algae for plants, maybe. Yeah, well... It changes the biome, right? So this is a forest biome we're in now. It's not like the starting sandstone biome anymore. So we don't have that. We actually might have algae down in... Oh, there's algae there. So we do still have algae. It's just not in the starting zone. Interesting. John P. with a super chat. Yay, video game conservationism. That's right. We get to make a fancy little park our duplicates can hang out in. We have a shine bug trapped in here, which is great. Can't groom the shine bug. Because if I put a grooming station in there, it won't be a park anymore. Actually, it's not a park right now, even. I could, you know what? Let's go ahead and, if I get the research done for the grooming station, we can groom the shine bug to make it domestic. And then I wonder if it counts the little feeder as being industrial machinery. Where is the grooming station? It's up here, right? I need the next level of research for the grooming station, so we'll have to get this one. Is there anything I want to get before that that is more pressing? Water pumps and gas pumps and lighting and etc. I think we actually have to have more lights in the colony now, which is interesting. The duplicates have been able to run around in the dark for so long now. We can make a motion sensor, but I can't make the automation wires and stuff for it yet. So let's go ahead and we'll start working on research for this. And in the meantime, we need to make a supercomputer. Get me that supercomputer. We can also swap this out for a better battery. Stations. There we go. Supercomputer, super matrix. Plug that puppy in. We have no food. Oh, that's a problem. Too distracted. Oh, the pea did get down here. Darn that polluted water. Can I mop that in the middle of all the rest of that water? Ooh, I can. It's already germy. Well, even if we make food now, we're in trouble. All right. Let's try to work on stuff that's going to result in our duplicates not being dead. Which means primary focus needs to be oxygen and food. Because without both of those, things are going to end poorly. Ooh, here's the rusty oxidizer. Okay. Converts rust into oxygen and chlorine, becomes idle when the air reaches max capacity. Requirements: 450 grams of rust. Requires salt. 150 grams per second of salt. And it produces chlorine, heat, and oxygen. Overheat temperature 75 degrees. How big is this building? Oh, it's not tiny, but it's not massive either. Huh. That's not terribly viable because we need salt. We have salt down here. I could dig into it, I guess. You know what? I'm going to do that. Let's build a ladder right over here. This will actually also give us access to rust. Which would be interesting. We have some of these fancy nosh beans down here. So let's take a little bit of rust here and see what the consumption is like on this. We can set these things for harvesting in the wild. We'll see what happens. I might have to transplant some of these oxiferns. What do they require? Dirt for fertilization and water. Could be worse. I'm going to put a little pumping thing down here. We'll use a pitcher pump. So we have a mechanism to get a little bit more water than what we have over here. That toilet's broken. Let's set these for priority 9 to take care of them, please. This is plugged in. We can do mush bars or life's loaf. Do mush bars forever for now. And check our priorities. We have our chef set, so that's good. Lexi Love can focus on research. Being the only digger, you're overworked. Where's your union rep? Oh, we don't have unions in this asteroid. We fired them all. Oops, somebody else got skill points. Let's spend those. Okay, sub to PewDiePie can do construction, so we'll throw that in there. Give them a little fancy construction hat. Lexi Love comes in with a skill point for research. There we go. Perfect. Texas Wrath with a super chat. You still have polluted water above the rust. Oh, I do. Oh, it's all leaking all over the place down there. Oh, you know what? It must have been the way that they mopped it up. They mopped up the clean water first. I should have left it there. Drat. It was my own fault. I polluted the water on my own. Nobody's really in a rush to do it. They're busy doing other things, but... It's actually made me almost excited for this game again. Almost excited? How can you only be almost excited, Poe? It's so cool. It's like starting a brand new game again. Giddy's a schoolgirl. We're actually going to have a little trouble with the oxiferns up here. Because they're not going to have a source of CO2 sitting way up there. It's almost shameful. You can see like the little bits of... Oh, no. For a second, I thought you could see like a little bit of oxygen coming off of there, but I don't think you can. We got a grave ready? Oh, we're going to need a whole bunch of graves. All kinds of graves. Many graves. Let's get rid of this battery. And we'll put in a fancy new battery with aluminum ore. What's the traits of aluminum, I wonder? This must be made with aluminum. There we go. Aluminum ore. Molten aluminum liquid at 1,083 degrees. So it doesn't melt for low temperatures. That's kind of cool. Also known as bauxite, sedimentary rock. Blah, blah, blah. Could be... Oh, that's molten aluminum. Never mind. Aluminum. That's funny. Aluminum ore, solid. Additional states, liquid. All right. Can be refined into aluminum, which is the refined metal. Melting point 1,083 degrees Celsius, which is great. It's a hard metal. Specific heat capacity 0.9. Thermal conductivity 20.5. That's cool. Neat. Well, they changed the color of these little deconstruction things, too. Now they're white instead of red. Okay, we'll build our battery out of regular aluminums. Oh, come on. They didn't break it. They got so close to breaking it, but they didn't break it. This is beta to the right, so still another 6 weeks for the rest of us. Yeah, I mean, you can play it now if you want to. It's available in the beta branch if you just go into properties. So find the game in Steam, right-click on it, go to properties, click on the beta tab. You can opt into the beta there. If you don't like playing with stuff that's going to be a little buggy, though, you probably don't want to do that, but... Thermal is 20.5. I feel like they're going to rebalance this. Postgarden and Pips, all with names like Poppy, Puppy, and Peppy. Super duper Pip. I just wanted to break this battery down. Oh, look. Wait. Is that Pip holding his breath? He's got fat cheek. He's burying something. Get out. What did it do? I want to see it do it again. It, like, had something in its cheeks, and it, like, dug a hole. Oh. All right. It, like, dug a hole, and then its cheeks were empty again, almost like it buried it. He's burying an acorn to grow wood. I don't know about that. Maybe. I don't know. They do like the arbor trees. Maybe it found a seed. I wonder if it really will bury the seeds. If so, that's amazing. You could, like, trap some of these things in an area with... Oh, look, it picked up wood from here. And it spit it out. Dirt. It pooped out its mouth. I thought it was supposed to come out of its butt. Alright, whatever. That's just gotta be a weird animation thing there. Because they poop out dirt when they eat wood. But I would not have expected it to come out of its mouth. Kind of a little gross. My colony star, but I was able to see it bury a seed. I don't know if it was a seed. I don't know what it was doing exactly. It's cool, though. Oh, there's a lot of CO2 in here. We have more gas here that we can access that will give us more breathable air. Up here, we have 6 kilograms. Oh, there's tons of oxygen up here. We have air. What are you all worried about? Psst, can't breathe. We really do need to find a better way to make some air, though. I might have to be a little careful about how I dig things out now. I normally just go gung-ho and just dig like crazy. That might not be a good idea going forward. We'll have to see how that plays out. Oh, my battery's ready. CrypticFox at Lord Left, you have some algae. Yeah, outside of the store, so in here in the red biomes. Oh, there's our first geyser. Natural gas geyser. Yes. So yes. All right, good. So we have a natural gas geyser. This is one of the boulders that they mentioned in here. It's like this huge area of obsidian with a little thing buried in the middle of it. lots of obsidian there to be had. They don't have like the clear distinctions for using abyssalite between all the biomes either. Just interesting. Although it's fairly constant here. There's another patch of algae over there. Iron ore. There's a cold biome down there with a wheezewort in it. So that's cool. That's right, get that mafic rock. I don't know why, but get it. Okay, let's see what the deal is with this oxygen system. Can I make a rusty oxidizer? And will it do any good down here? I'm really curious to see how much oxygen one rusty oxidizer produces. Because, like, forever since we had natural gas geyser, it really does, doesn't it? Like, it used to be that stable thing, like, you loved finding. That was... Our chef died. Due to starvation. Can I find some muckroot or something? Alright. They were in the middle of making a mush bar. Sorry, Katrina. Oh, this colony's toast. That's 2 dead dupes, alright. Okay. They're all dead. They don't have any food. I'm gonna restart. We'll go back and load failure to launch from cycle 2. We'll just spin it back. It's not included. Everybody's dead. Couldn't make food fast enough. Well, I didn't focus on it earlier enough. I was too busy being excited about all the new stuff in the game to focus on actually playing it. My mistake. Let's try and get a kitchen going early. Actually, we'll try and dig in. We'll dig up here and get this, get these biomes opened up early too. Give ourselves a good supply of oxygen. Work on making our fancy roomy room in here. Oh, that's cheating. They put the mealwood right on top of the oxalite. So when the oxalite goes away, so does the mealwood. That's cheap. That's the fastest game I've had in a very, very, very long time. It's a new record. It might be, actually. The chef's job is food and the dies of starvation. That's right. I should have, you know what? I think I forgot to increase the priority on the food machine when we made it. Definitely a failure to launch. That was a very well-named colony. Whoever, I didn't catch whose name threw out the colony name, but you were spot on. It was a total failure to launch. Okay, let's get the core systems underway before I pay attention to too much other stuff, because I got a little too excited about all the things we could look at and see and do. So we'll try and get our duplicates to ensure they have life-sustaining facilities first, and then we'll get into all that other neat, fun stuff as we work along. I guess that's the challenge of not doing this in debug mode or sandbox mode or whatever. I actually have to pay attention while I'm doing it. And we even picked an easy map. Amazing. At least we have a natural gas geyser. Yeah, isn't that great? And it's so close by, too. He came and then he died. Yeah, sorry, I'll bring you back in, Katrina. That was a really, really short match. That game was not our typical fare. I mean, I've killed colonies before, don't get me wrong, but I think that is definitely a record for the speed at which it occurred. Okay, I'm gonna do a similar layout to what I had. I'm gonna plan to put our kitchen space up here. We'll do it like right above the bathroom, because everybody likes their kitchen above their bathroom, right? Isn't that how that works? Plan to dig all this out, same way as we did before. Get all this junk. You monster! Poor Katrina, waiting forever for dupe, and she died first. Lol. Yeah, but she wasn't very much first. It was only barely ahead of the others. That's better than not having a bathroom. Oh, speaking of bathrooms, I really should set high priority on these so they clean the toilets. That way the thing stuff doesn't break. If we move the water down again this time, I'll have to make a point of not trapping our pee place up there. That would be good. This will be our fancy park. We're gonna keep this intact through the whole game, which might last to cycle 6. Kitchen above the bathroom. Gravity, do your work. That's right. I do say be prepared to die, Katrina. I never make any guarantees about duplicate survival in my colony. That would just be lying. I think that beat the previous record death, which was me, by the way. Oh, interesting. Although, if you've ever seen like my very first games, I think I died pretty quick in those too. This still beat it, though. That was definitely very, very fast. Waiting for this release, I'm more than happy to watch Cryptic learn the hard way. Algae, you definitely need algae. Well, yeah, I mean, it was starvation that got us, but we could go down here and get the algae. My only concern is that there are gases down here like hydrogen we have to deal with. So we'll need to do a little bit of a seal here. There's phosphorite down here, too. CO2, aluminum. Nothing really disastrous down here, so I think what we'll do, we'll go get our hands on some algae. But we're going to do it by giving ourselves a little CO2 seal here. Oh, I can't get the algae right away anyway. We're going to have to wait a little bit. Gotta get some skills. We ain't got no skills. But we'll just use a little CO2 lock there to block things in. That way the hydrogen doesn't get all over the place. Oh, actually, yeah, the hydrogen will go up and then it won't necessarily go down. I think it'll be alright. It could go the other way because we have hydrogen here. What's it's 1,000 grams. I'm gonna reverse this. We're gonna do a little hydrogen seal instead. There. So the hydrogen should sit up into this little pocket and then not come out. Did I make that big enough? I don't know if I did. No, I don't think I did. Hold on. I'm gonna little brain fart thing. That's what I want. we're gonna do that. Why won't my brain work? Like so. And then I'll plan to put my ladder out here. Ladder can go right here. We'll just dig out all of this junk. It'll be grand. We'll have all kinds of algae then. For a very short little bit. Okay. If you're doing this on Twitch, I could clip all your different locks. Yeah. I actually, I think in sandbox mode, you can actually make like templates of your different things, and then you can just like copy them into different places. What, this hydrogen seal makes no sense? What you talking about? It's a reverse one, right? Because hydrogen goes upwards. So the hydrogen, when we dig into here, is going to move up into this lock, and it'll get stuck up here, and it can't go back down again. So you'll end up with a seal that will block it off. Just an upside down CO2 lock. It works the identical way though. That one little spot they're not building the floor underneath. I wonder if they can't build diagonally anymore. Nope, they can. They just skipped it for whatever reason. Hashtag reasons. We didn't set priorities on stuff, so I should probably do that. Research. Digging, we want to set this for disallowed. Building will be your priority, and there we go. Oh. And I should probably set the proximity too. Good, now that I actually do some stuff. Woo, just beat your first mission in billions, finally! Congrats, Evel. Are you doing the campaign right now, or was that just like a survival thing? Colony summary. It's like flashing as though I have a colony summary to look at, but right now there's nothing. So I don't know. We didn't really. We just wound back the existing colony, so it's not really anything to summarize. Choose a blueprint. All right, so this will be Catherine again, right? So Katrina. Oh my God, I can't. My brain is so bad. I'm sorry. Strength and cuisine, tidying, interest in cooking, buff, increased strength. That's pretty good. Research and digging. Let's go with this. We need to cook again. Katrina, you're gonna be our ill-fated cook. Print. There we go. Fertilizer. Can the pips breathe in oil? I don't think so. I don't think anything can breathe in oil, really. Okay, so we already know what's in here. Let's go ahead and we'll get... I'm not going to work on this advanced research just yet. We'll go right to the farm stuff. We'll try to get our food supply going right away. We'll worry about that after. Jobs are available through the little gate now. We don't need to build a jobs board anymore, which certainly makes things easier. Because we don't have to research it. We don't have to build it. It's just instantly available. So loving that change. We'll do our storage under here again. Look at all the pips. I made so many of them loose. Did I make... No, I didn't do research for the refinement yet. You see the pips breathe underwater. Plenty until they can. I don't believe it. Sure seems to be. It had its head underwater. I love that they can go on every surface. They're like Drecos, only cuter. And more annoying. What did he take a bite of? It does dig and bury. That is so cool. I wonder if we dig up that spot. So it just dug and buried something right there. Oh look, there's mealwood there. Oh, that might just be stuff that was flooded though. Did it plant the mealwood? If so, that is amazing. These things could be the most useful thing in the game. You could get free crops out of them if they're actually planting those mealwood seeds. That would be so cool. There's one more seed here. I want to see if they grab it. How many plants do we have in here? We have 1, 2, 3. There are 4 down here in the water. 5 of them. 5 plants right now. I'm going to leave that. We'll go back and check later. If they planted the mealwood, they could like single-handedly be one of the most useful things in the game, because you build a farm that's all natural dirt, just dump seeds in the space, get the pips to plant them in the dirt for you, and you get free crops. That could be amazing. That's how you get those wild garden rooms? Maybe. No more digging up the whole map. Yeah, you don't necessarily need to anymore, right? Okay, let's set up this stuff. We'll do cultivatable soil. Regular dirt is fine. We don't want any critter eggs, so let's take that out of there. Consume blah blah blah. Seeds are fine. Oh, you know what? Let's not put the mealwood seeds in there yet. I want to see if those things are actually planting the seed, because I think that's what it did, but I'm not certain. CF watches Pip. Colony entombs themselves. That sounds about right. Doesn't recognize a pest when he sees one. WRT, the Pips. LOL, he's so optimistic. Yeah, they're designed to be a pest, but if you can control them, they become useful. So they'll actually like climb around and take stuff out of your storage containers and stuff, and I'm sure that'll be a nuisance. But if you get them enclosed in a room that's behind pneumatic doors that they can't exit out of, and you have a couple of these arbor trees in there for them to eat, because that's what they eat, and you just throw some seeds in the place and get them to plant them all, boom. Free gardening. Ultimate farmers. Now, I don't know whether it actually did it or not. I'm actually really curious, but the other seeds are gone, so maybe they didn't plant it. I don't know. There's only 5 here still. Maybe, oh, unless they planted this one up here. There's 6 in here now. There's this one up here and the 5 that are in the water. Just gonna leave that to be. Wild sleet wheat farm incoming. Yes. Can you imagine if they'll survive in that temperature? What's their preference? 10 degrees to 30 degrees. So, oh, that's the plant. Well, that's the mealwood. Pip. Yeah, they're probably fine. Yeah, if you could do that. Holy cow, amazing. Ah, I see what you mean. That actually would be awesome. Yeah, see? I'm telling you, if that's what they're really doing, super useful. Best farming ever. He planted one underneath the mess pile, or he planted one underneath the mess pile. This one here, you mean? Or under here? Oh, there is a mealwood growing under there. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's still 1 seed here. I want him to go take it. I'm so interested in focusing on that though. I'm gonna wind up killing my colony again because I'm like, ooh, do a trick, do a trick. Let's get some mush bars going. I hate using water for this, but until we get some actual farming going. Come on, do the thing. Go do the thing. More ladder added love for deeper digging to algae. I have it here. They just haven't. Oh, right here. Yeah. I forgot. I had to dig up a plant that was in the way. Calling achievement earned, tutorial jurors, and blah, blah, blah. Get rid of all that. Okay. Research. So we started in there. Let's go down here. We'll get to the advanced research stuff now, I guess. I'm so excited. If you hadn't guessed, I really like update day. I think I probably said it like 100 times already. And it's the day after update day. Don't get distracted. I don't know how to not get distracted. It's just too cool. Pitch pepper, which is a pain to farm. Yeah, I'm actually really curious to see whether they can plant seeds upside down on the roof in order to grow the pinch of pepper. That would be cool. I might just be fantasizing. Maybe they didn't really plant it. Maybe it dug and buried something, but it wasn't what I thought it was. I feel like it actually did, but I don't want to. I don't want to count my pips before they've hatched. I'm gonna dig down here. We'll expand this dirt down here. Can't expand too far, but I want to make enough room that I can actually dig up here and get the water that's up here again. I think they did a new animation for stuff that's drowning too. I think, or like the hatch when it's underwater. It's got like an animation of holding its breath. Yeah, there it is. I can't. There it is. It's stuck behind something, so you can't see it very well. But his cheeks are all like puffed up. You need to trust me. You've seen it do it 3 times now. Okay, great. So if that's really what it did, then I love the pips. They might be a pest, but they're useful. Just planted a mealwood in the middle. Did it? I wasn't watching. Okay, good. If you guys have seen it, then I'm going to trust your word because I didn't see it. I was too busy being distracted by other things. Super cool. Nobody else has skills I can do yet. Priorities. Did I set priorities for Katrina? I did not. So we'll do that. Katrina, go work on some cooking. We need food in this. Need some food up in here. Can't do any of this, so I might as well leave it. We'll wait till we actually have the abilities. Did is upside down. Pip smokes pipe. No! No, they're healthy creatures. They live in nature. They don't smoke the pipe. They only vape. Look at that. It totally did plant it. That's so awesome. Wow. That is a really, really cool option. Okay, let's try to make use of that. I need to get to the point where we can actually wrangle some of these things, though. Somebody has some skills. I need to... We're going to need a rancher. This is our researcher, so we can't do that yet. But we want to keep an eye out and grab a rancher as soon as we can. Because we want to wrangle them and try to bring them up into an area where we can get them to plant for us. Pips are very efficient. Can you make dirt blocks? No, but the pips poop out dirt. They eat the arbor stuff, and then they poop out dirt, so they eat the lumber. Medicine has 3 levels now. In the research tree, you mean? Well, yeah, maybe they have pharmacology, the medical equipment they added last time. There's the pathogenic diagnostics they're calling it now, but these are like the germ sensors. And then your micro-targeted medicine. That was already in the Quality of Life Upgrade Mark III. So that's not necessarily new. Pip stole out of the storage, but yeah, they do. They climb all over it and they steal things. They don't necessarily always want it. They just dump it on the ground. See, like right there? See how it threw it on the ground? It's not doing anything with the ore. It's just taking it out of my storage containers. Which is fine. But very similar to... very similar to the Pogs in Don't Starve Hamlet. If they pull out something they want to eat, they can eat it. Which I guess could be a pain. I should probably get my duplicates a place to sleep that's not the floor. But first, we need oxygen. And they can't dig down here until that person gets digging skill. Which could present some problems. Until they get digging skill, we can't even go out here and get the salts and try to do that fancy new machine. I feel like oxygen's going to present some minor challenges. Oh, you know what I should do? Wait. I want to see if we get a seed for uprooting these things. You need PPS now. Pip-proof storage. Can you just put doors around the storage then? We could do that, but I'm not really worried about them taking things out of the storage so much. They eat lumber. And I don't have another use for lumber right now, so any lumber we find, I'm kind of okay with them eating. Show me seeds. Okay, Oxford seed. Great. So down here, I'm going to put a storage container. And I'm going to fill this with Oxford seed and then dump it on the ground. And I'm going to let the pips take the Oxford seeds and plant them down here to be my CO2 scrubber. So this one, I only want to have the Oxford seed in it. Go find me some Oxfords. I have plenty of wild plants up here, so I don't need this one. I can uproot it. Let's set up some new research. Let's see advanced thing. Wait, do I have... I did do it. I did the supercomputer already, so that's fine. We could go into air systems. Oh, bathroom stuff might be all right. Let's do the air systems. So I'm going to try and get that that deoxidizer going and see what the deal is with that. This is a brilliant scientific test. Yeah, I'm really curious to see how this works. Oh, they might even take it out of the container for me because they steal stuff in the containers. totally did what I wanted to. That is so cool. Let's uproot this. I'm eventually going to uproot all this mealwood and let them plant it in a place where I really want it to grow. But first, we're going to have to wrangle some of these things into the right area. But it planted it. It's right there. It just needs to grow now, I think. I can't click on it. Igneous rock, coal, carbon dioxide. I can't click on it, but it looks like it's right there. I don't know how long it takes to actually sprout. All right, choose the blueprints. Who was the other duplicate that I had in here that I... Oh, Lexi Love, that's right. Let's bring in Lexi Love again. So we have Tiny... Ooh, haha, perfect. You can be Hassan. Lexi Love will be Hassan. Sorry if it's not a very good likeness. What is this? Oh, curative tablets. Night Owl gains attributes at night. Okay. Okay, so we have someone that we can move towards ranching, which is great. Care package. I love this upgrade. Yeah, those were in the system already. They just didn't call it a care package before. Pips need sandbox to dig in. No, they're like cats. You gotta give them like a kitty litter spot. Priority 9. I want these right away, please. And this one too. Let's get those down bottom where the pips can plant them and get them to do something useful, hopefully. I mean, it looks like it's right there, but it's not... It's not really doing anything. I'm also going to get the floor swept. That might help me see a little better. How's our air? Air's already getting a little thin. Find a way to brew beer and Durgan will appear. We can't brew beer, but we can make ethanol. I don't really recommend drinking it necessarily, but we can make it. It'd be kind of funny if we could make duplicates drink it and get drunk. There's one harvest-ready mealwood down there that looks stifled. Oh, this one? Oh, that's interesting. This stuff's not really set up to be harvested. Oh man, there's a bunch of stuff that's harvestable down here. Whatever. We'll set it all up. If it happens to grow, I want them to harvest it. Same thing in there. What's that back there? Oh, a pip egg. Incubating. We're gonna have more pips. I might not even need to have a wrangler. I can just move some pip eggs over. So cool. Well, they're not gonna starve to this depth this time. At least we're producing food. They planted a tree in the water. Did they? Yeah, over here they did. Yeah, the arbor tree. So, I mean, don't get me wrong, they are a bit of a nuisance because they're going to be planting things when you don't want them to initially, but it's not like you can't uproot them and just move them. So as soon as we can wrangle them, they're going to be my industrious little personal farmers. I have a feeling they're going to wind up changing that. It might be a little overpowered. Yeah, we're running out of air, I know. I'm trying to get some, like... Well, there's a little bit of air being produced down here. Let's try and create a spot where this stuff can get through. Maybe I should look up ventilation so I can let the CO2 fall straight down into this little pocket that I want. They can't even reach that spot. Let's give them a little way to get in there. Where's my research? Research. Where are the airflow tiles? They should be under ventilation, right? Gases. Cycle level up. Looks like they changed the art a tiny bit on it, maybe. I have them working on air systems, but we'll work on airflow tiles first. They dug up those. Did they plant the seeds down here? I can't tell. No, they haven't emptied the container yet. So let's dump that on the ground. So now they have seeds to work with. Boom. Grab the seed. Don't plant it up there, please. Don't be a jerk. Plant it. Put it down. Oh, it's stuck it up here. Oxford seed. Why did I plant it? It just stuck it up there. Maybe they won't plant everything? Maybe that's like, well, let's get that picked up again. We'll try that again. Put my Oxford seeds in there. A little food and it's stifled right away. Leaf overlay. Where's that? Click the leaf icon on the top right next to the bed. Oh, right here. The farming overlay. Oh, yeah, yeah. So those aren't planted. They're just... It's just sitting there. Oh, actually... Some of these things it's not showing. The oxfern doesn't show up as a farmed plant. I wonder if they can't plant oxfern. Because it's not a farmable crop. Huh. Hey, Scott. Sorry I'm late. Was playing Holidays. Welcome, Scott. It'd be cool if the plants had seasons and then the pips could auto replant for the season from the storage bin. That would be neat. I think it's just an update glitch. I mean, it could be. It could be. I mean, they're not showing, like, for the oxferns, they're not showing growth states on any of them. I'd be interested to put one in a planter and see if it just automatically starts as fully grown, in which case this whole system may not work. And it dumped all the seeds on the ground already. No, stop. Just leave it on the ground. It's fine. I don't think we're going to plant the oxfern, which could cause some problems. So let's go ahead and try and just... we have farm tiles available. I can put oxferns down here. We'll plant some artificially, I guess. Try to get some oxygen supply in here. Time to play with shifts and schedules. Just for kicks? I mean, we only have a couple of duplicants. They don't even have beds yet. I'm not super worried about schedules just yet. There's a bug where items freeze mid-air when Pip takes them from the container. Can't even click them in the air. Oh, well, that's what this is. Yeah. So that one's stuck, is what you're telling me. Okay, so I can't let the Pips take it out of the container. We gotta drop it on its own. So Pips are farmers, not gardeners. Kind of looks that way. Kind of looks that way. I mean, it may or may not be accurate, but it certainly seems that that's what's happening here. Okay, I need you guys to dig up all this junk. Okay, let's set this for... Ooh, arbor trees. Look how many branches the arbor tree can get. The nosh bean looks cool when it's fully grown. Waterweed seed. This is another plant we haven't seen just yet. Life cycle 12 cycles. Temperature 22 to 65 degrees. It grows in water, salt water, or brine, so it has to be submerged. And it has to be in a farm plot. Lettuce. 3,600 kilocalories of lettuce. Base seed. Harvest chance 10%. That's interesting. So 1 out of 10 times when you harvest it, you're going to get a seed back. You don't really need to provide it with anything other than water. And it doesn't require irrigation, so it just stays like submerged kind of thing. It's like free crops. Except that you only get a seed 1 out of every 10 times, so it's not necessarily going to last forever. Except that if you have a farmer with a high skill level, they have a higher chance of getting a seed, which is kind of cool. Basically, I have 20-minute sandbox tutorial for updates. I don't know if I'll do that tonight, because I just want to play around. But... I'll do some experimenting and stuff, maybe Poe, another time. How long will it grow? The lettuce? It goes for like, what did it say? Oh, I meant to plant some, I forgot. It goes for 12 cycles. But I don't know how many crops you get out of it in 12 cycles. Doesn't really say. Unless it grows up over 12 cycles, you harvest it once and that's it. Oh, I keep forgetting to plant those things. Oxfern, dirt and water. I'm not really thrilled about the fact I'm going to have to feed this thing, but let's go ahead and plant it. What the? Affects lettuce, 3,600 kilocalories? Base seed harvest. Oh, it's getting an overlay from the other plant that I was looking at. That's funny. Little funny bug. Just a display bug, I think. So we'll plant those. We'll try to get a little more oxygen supply out of them. Hopefully, okay, we need a lot more oxygen supply out of them. There's not a lot of pressure in here either. So we died of starvation. Let's see if we can die of suffocation next. We're gonna try and do this whole crazy ladder thing again. Do I have digging skill yet? I do. They can get through there. So that's good. We'll dig our way across over here. Let's set some priority on this so they do it a little bit more priority-like. Harvest. Give me all this stuff for harvest. Okay. And then I need to finish doing that research on the oxygen systems if I didn't finish it already. Liquids. Oh, they're still working on my mesh tiles. All right, so I'll let that happen. We might have to move, like, next time we might have to move right away and get the Oxford planted. Priority on oxygen plants. Yeah. We'll set priority, I don't know, 7 on those. Bloop. Give me some O2. They still have places they can go to breathe. It's just getting really thin. There's more oxygen here, too. I can dig this out. Give them a little burst of oxygen. Try to keep them alive a little longer. Down here we have 2,500 too. If I can dig through this stuff, but I need a skill. Tell me I can have a digger now. Digger, 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 digger. Who's our digger? There we go. There we go. Now we can get to the oxygen stuff. This is our construction person. We'll give them the hat. Lexi Love is going to be our rancher, so we'll put her on farming. And we'll go into priorities, and we'll set Lexi Love on ranching and farming as a priority. 1, 2, 3, 4. All the rest are set. Okay. Golden. Managing 5 dupes is hard. I'm just easily distracted. Level up to dig to the algae. Yeah, we can do that too. They've got the ability to dig it now, so hopefully they'll get to work on it. Maybe I should prioritize the algae because I don't know how to do this. Hold on. I don't know how to do this new oxygen system yet. Until I know how to do it, I should probably set this as normal priority, and we'll set this dig down here for higher priority. And we can just build an algae deoxidizer early on and work from there. So go dig that stuff first, please, and then we'll deal with this other stuff. Well, drat. Oh, this plant needs irrigation. I didn't build the right farm tiles. Oh, actually, they're dropping the water off. Okay, that works. It's just manual this way. But that's okay, as long as it works. Seems like it's a whole new game. Same ways to die, just different ways of getting there. Yeah, pretty much. There's really a lot of things we're going to need to look at and play around with. I think it's really cool that we figured out a use for the pips already. That's really neat. What else? Oh, there was something I'd started researching on. Now again, brain fart, can't remember. There we go. Oxygen systems. We want to get oxygenated. Yeah, please dig that stuff out. Get in there quickly. Does it feel harder now? I don't know that I would say that it's harder. It's just that it's all new. So I've got to figure stuff out. Harder in the sense that I don't have early starting algae to make oxygen systems a non-thought. I actually have to put a little effort into it. We are getting oxygen down here, which is good. So it's not like they don't have places to breathe. As long as these plants are here and they keep them supplied with what they need, they're going to have oxygen. It's just not necessarily enough. Oxygen's overrated, yeah. Yeah, but it is different, right? We have to approach it a little differently than what we were doing before. All right, so that cut into that neat little hydrogen pocket there. We're getting a mix of hydrogen up here, carbon dioxide. So that will be a good seal. I probably should have built tiles in there, but it's fine, I guess. Tiles would just make it look prettier. They're digging up the algae, which is good. Let's get some oxygen systems going now. We'll put 2 diffusers in here for now. We'll wire those puppies up. And we have another duplicant coming in. So let's pick another duplicant from, whoops, I hit the wrong button. Choose a blueprint. Another duplicant that, another person who fired in a super chat will grab. So Texas Wrath was the next one. Let's see, we have researcher for 7 science, 7 excavation, construction, medicine, excavation. So do I want digging more, or do I want science? I'm going to go for the science. I want to get into this research stuff as quickly as we can. Texas Wrath, thank you again for the super chat. I really appreciate the support. Welcome to the colony. Again, no guarantees of survival. This colony, as with any other colony that I make, does tend to be prone to death. Viewer discretion is advised. Pips are cutest. They are really cute, but they're like pogs. They're a nuisance too, right? I just think it's great that we might have a use for them. Aside from, you know, dinner. Because technically we could farm them and eat them also, and we could make, like, barbecue. They seem to be fairly hardy in the sense that we have a bunch of them around. Just do it with Super Chat. Is Dupe of Earl in there? No, not yet. I kind of got a list of people I gotta put in here. Having to restart the colony sort of set us back a little bit. So I apologize for the delays. The nerve of my duplicates dying early like that. Pip the storage messer. They do make mess, don't they? I think they're cool, though. It's only a minor inconvenience. Like, look, they're pulling stuff out of storage, but they're not doing anything with it. Oh, look, there was a seed they picked up that got... Okay, so there is one minor problem. If they grab seeds, it causes problems. A little bit of a bug. Up the priority of the oxygen? Yeah, we can do that. Put them into 6, I guess. Supply, supply! Somebody's got a skill we can spend, because the new duplicates that come in get them automatically, where the old duplicates don't. Kind of weird, but that's how it is. Okay. I'm still planning to do farming over here on this side. So maybe we'll do some living... Well, I'm a little reluctant to give them living quarters too quickly. Well, let's put some in here. We can give them beds in here. We don't need to have them sleeping on the floor the whole time. Okay, that was derpy. Oh. Alright, it's not exactly to be even, so apologize for everyone who likes their stuff super even, but that's just not going to happen right here. But we'll turn this into their bedroom for now. We can even make it an actual room. We won't have room for paintings in here, but we can do minor statues. That could help with the decor. BDS Empire with Super Chat. Lettuce and pips and oxiferns. Welcome to lots of new adventures in Dupeland. Thanks for the Super Chat, BDS Empire. This is great. I love all the cool new stuff so far. It makes me want to like jump into debug mode and experiment and try different things, like I did like a lot earlier on. I haven't been doing a lot of experimenting with Oxygen Unincluded lately. I've kind of been playing almost on autopilot. But with all this cool new stuff, I'm really looking forward to it. Not a spoiler since we already looked into the algae. What'd I miss? He doesn't mind them. You spend your skills. Can you tell me more about that? Yeah, so they changed the way that they do the skills in the system now. So now you just, rather than choosing a profession and then building up the earnings, you actually earn skill points that you spend on the skills that you want to pick, and you still have to go through like progressive trees. Anything that has a heart on it is one of the skills that they love, and it has a lower morale requirement for them when they're doing that. It's something that they had in the Quality of Life Upgrade 3, so they've kept that forward here. It looks like they may have changed the artwork a tiny bit. But otherwise, it looks like it works the same way. I need a bigger battery here. Did I research the other battery yet? No, I didn't. I might need to increase the priority on running on the treadmill. Let's do that. We'll set this for a 6. I want them to produce power. Really gotta know. It's clearly been a long time since I played. Yeah, I guess it has, Poe. It's been a little while. At least once per episode you have a derpy placement. Oh gosh, it's way more than once per episode. I'm like chronic. I can't help myself. The stuff gonna loop at your storage. They're gonna be grabbing things out of there forever. Yeah. You know what? I'm gonna lower the priority on the storage for now. I don't want my duplicates to spend their time on it. I'm gonna set it to a 4. I don't really care if they dump the stuff on the ground right now. Nobody has an intense job, so we don't have any real decor requirements. We'll save the duplicates the effort of going there, and they can do other things. Because you're right, they will get stuck in that permanent loop of the pips pulling things out, and they'll have to rush to go put it back in, and that'll be kind of a nuisance. Let's do some research for power, I guess. Try 2 stations since you have 2 research tubes. Well, I have I'll have one on the supercomputer and one on the regular research station. Yeah, it's just temp art for the critter. That's why it looks like this. All of the temp art is always white with the red lines. Cosby with a super chat. Don't forget to set priorities for the new dupe. Oh, you are correct. Thank you very much. Researching. We'll set that. Thanks for reminding me. I have a memory like a sieve. Man, Katrina's got skills in a lot of stuff. She does all the things. Scott Delaney with the super chat. Draining the Pip Mealwood farm is free food. That's right. You're absolutely correct. I should actually do that. Let's dig this down a little bit over here. I mean, I was intending to have them plant a garden over on the other side, but I guess they could do it almost anywhere. I'm gonna get them over here to build one, like a planned place, I guess. But I suppose it doesn't really matter too much, does it? Yeah, they because it's in the beta branch, there's going to be temp art for a variety of things. So the pips have temporary art. There's a new oxygen system here, the rust deoxidizer, which apparently I don't have room to place anywhere. I think it has temporary art too right now. Pip run Barter Town. Okay, we didn't really get a lot of algae, did we? We ran out of algae pretty quick. Let's set our priority down here. 7. Go get that algae, folks. We need it. Breathing is not optional. Despite all evidence to the contrary. These things seem to be producing a reasonable amount of oxygen down here. I'm kind of impressed. Did I get airflow tiles yet? No. I thought I researched it high enough up to get airflow tiles. Did I cancel it because I was too busy trying to get? I did. I'm too anxious. I want to see all the things. I skipped off of it too quick. Thumbs up for pit plants. Yeah, I wish they could plant these things, the oxyferns. But I'll settle for them being my ultimate farmers. I'm really expecting they're going to change that though. That could be overpowering. Only time will tell. Let's cancel that. Okay, did I set these things for harvesting? I did. How much do these need to grow? Growth halted because of atmosphere. Oh, they need chlorine, so I can't even get salt out of those things. Chlorine. We have bleach stone over here I could put down there. That would create a chlorine environment that would allow those things to grow. Ooh, apparently I don't have enough skill to dig that, so that's a thing. Okay, so obviously that deoxidizer is not an option early on. Because it just requires too many things that you can't get. Between the rust and the salt and the Vlaven. Okay, go back to power. But these oxyferns are doing a good job. What rate do these things produce at? Emitting oxygen at 31.3 grams per second. Using carbon dioxide at 625 milligrams per second. So they're actually producing... milligrams to grams. It's 1,000 milligrams per gram. They're using a very small amount of CO2 for the amount of oxygen they're outputting. That's pretty good. What about the one... Oh, you're right. When they're not... Wow, it is totally worth domesticating these. The ones that aren't domesticated only produce 7.8 grams per second, and the domesticated ones produce 31.3. So it's totally worth putting these things in a planter, even though it's requiring dirt and water and stuff to make it work. That's good to know. Let's do improved cooking. Scott with another super chat. Need a ladder to go down to the pip farm for dig. Oh yeah, I forgot I didn't put the ladder down low enough. Thank you. Good eye, sir. Look at that. They're all sleeping in beds. We have one for each of them. Aren't they the cutest little things? We don't have any artwork for them, though. Their rooms are ugly. Ugly as sin, kind of. But at least they have a place to sleep. Is that an oxyfern seed on the farm tile to the left? Oh, this one over here? That's a mirth leaf seed. Just purely for decor. Do we actually have planters? No, we can't make the planters yet. I gotta do some decor research, I guess. I can get rid of this storage thing. I don't really need it down here anymore. This was just to experiment. Fix the algae block above the ladder, too. Which, this? Is that what you're talking about? I don't see any other algae blocks. That must be the one you're referring to. How much water does it use? Depending on your resource, 4 could be better than 1 domesticated. Yeah, potentially, yeah. So it's consuming water at a rate of... Oh, good lord. 19 kilograms per cycle. Actually, that's not that bad. That's for a whole cycle. So, for the amount of oxygen you're getting out of it, I don't know how many seconds are in a cycle, but 19 kilograms of water is fairly inconsequential. I mean, we have a few here, so that means they're burning maybe... what would I got? 4 of them planted, so that's so 70. What is that? 76. 76 kilograms of water per full cycle. Maybe not that bad. Remember their hair would change to blonde when they went to sleep? All kinds of funny old bugs. Finding this new update more difficult. Well, you probably, because it's new, right? We have to adapt the way that we play to accommodate the different requirements of things. Once we get used to that again, it'll get back to being, you know, a little bit more old hat again. But I'm gonna go. I'm gonna make a park up there. I want to see how that works. Make a fancy park sign. There's a pip hiding out down here. They go everywhere. They're like Drecos. Wait, did somebody die? Ah, sorry, Still Snow. I broke your record twice. Twice I broke your record. How did he even get up there? Why did he go up there? I don't understand. It's so senseless. All right. Well, we're gonna have to move Still Snow's body because if we leave it there, he's gonna start to stink up the joint. Maybe we can. We'll build a little crypt down here, maybe. That's too tall. I can't even reach all that. Let's do this. Turn this into floor. Sorry, Still Snow. Man, I didn't even notice that. Is it just me? I only have one of my earphones on. Was the alert not very loud this time? I've always complained about the alerts, but now that time it actually might have come in handy. She's a blueprint. Oh, look at that cool holographic background and all. There's an arbor acorn. That's cool. +7 construction. Construction machinery. I want this construction one. We're gonna do a lot of buildings. We're gonna bring in Nisbet. And Nisbet can be Dupe of Earl. Dupe of Earl. Alright, Dupe of Earl. Come on board. Still Snow 2.0 next time on Oni. Oh, I can't make food because I forgot to set pitcher pump down here. I have to do that earlier. Actually, I don't want to make it that deep. Let's alter that just a little bit. No, I can't build it there because I put my stupid ladder there. Get that ladder out of here. I should have my airflow tiles now. I do. So let's take a look at our airflow. Okay, so if I do tiles like such... Can I build under there? Yeah, I can do that. Hold on. Why am I doing that? I'm just trying to be... I'm trying to be all, like, symmetrical and stuff, but I should actually just put these in the middle so that the CO2 that's forming above is going to drop down directly where my plants are, because I want that, and then let the oxygen they're producing go straight up, and then, you know, breathing will happen. There we go. Scott Delaney with a super chat. At Still Snow, sorry for causing your rapid decomposition. Aww. Thanks again for the super chat, Scott. Really appreciate it. He had lots of alerts for the Game of Thrones edition of Own It. Yeah. Well, in that case, it was... Oh, Nisbet is a loud sleeper. That's not good. That's not good at all. Nisbet can't sleep in there. We need to get Nisbet a different place to sleep. Everyone's going to be really tired. The funny thing is, we were getting, like, just crazy amounts of alerts instead in the other one. What am I missing? Oh, water. Party 6. See how the oxygen's doing. Breathing will happen, that's right. Yeah, we were getting crazy number of alerts in the Game of Thrones edition, or Game of Dupes, whatever you want to call it. Oh, no. Oh, I wasn't paying attention. We picked a duplicate with flatulence. I hate flatulent dupes. They stink up the whole joint. It's awful. Why can't they get down here to do this? Unreachable dig. What exactly is making it unreachable? Lexi, show me where you can navigate to. Right there. That's interesting. They should be able to step across onto that ladder, but they can't. I wonder if it's this tile here that's doing it. You would think they would be able to just, like, step farther down the ladder, but I don't think they can. Didn't you turn down the volume or something for Game of Thrones edition? Did you turn it back up? You know what? I don't know. Music, ambiance, sound effects. Man, I had the music turned off. That's a sin. Ambiance, UI, master volume. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I didn't think I did, but I don't know. Maybe I did. It's that little tile I told you about a while back. Whoops. 600 seconds in a cycle. Oh, that's good to know. Okay. So these are producing, the ones that are in the farm are producing at 31.3 grams per second. So you're getting 1,800 grams of oxygen out of them per cycle for a cost of 19 kilograms of water. Versus these plants where you're getting 7.8 grams per second. So, wait a minute, I did my math wrong. 600, where's my calculator? Brain no worky. I know brains. You brains. I know brains. 600 times, say 30. So 18,000. So we're getting like 18 kilograms of oxygen out of the plant per cycle for a cost of 19 kilograms of water. Plus we're consuming 4,000 grams of dirt. If we go the other way around where the plant is only producing at 7.8 times 600 seconds, you're only getting 4,600. So, I don't know. I still feel like it might be worth having them planted. I'm kind of curious to see how much of an impact it has on our overall water levels and stuff. If you had enough of them and you had a big enough space, I would say the free ones are probably going to be your better get, or your better go, rather. Better bet. Man, I can't even talk now. Need a new Pro Digger. Pro Digger! Doop, 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 overall. Oh, was that my digger? Oh, no. Can I unspend it? No, I can't unspend it. You saw Winnipeg. It's lame. Hey, Durgan. Welcome. Yeah, there's not really a lot to see in Winnipeg. Too many bugs. Now you've been driving for 1,500 to 1,600 kilometers already in Ontario, but you still have another 6 hours to go. It is a long drive going from one side of the country to the other. That is truth. I hope your drive's been going relatively well, though. But yeah, there's really not a lot to see in Winnipeg. I went to school there for a year when I was in university, and I was also born in Winnipeg, actually. At least you're there during the summer months. In the wintertime, it's really just kind of gross. It's cold. It's flat. It's dirty because they use sand all over the roads to deal with the ice. They can't melt it with salt. 600 seconds per cycle. There's 60 seconds in a minute. That's 10 minutes per cycle. Divided by 700 times 4,600 carried 1. Wait, took a numerator. Yeah, so that's oxygen. The difference between them is 36,000 of 12 cycles. Yeah, so I could see if you had a very large area, like let's say I had enough oxyfern to get the pips to plant like 15 of them across. I would say awesome. Just use the free ones. And maybe when they get the bug fixed, maybe they will actually plant it. I'm kind of curious. I'm gonna dig one of these up and see if they'll plant it again. I don't want to do it though. I want to do it, but I don't want to do it. I want to make a second ladder instead of waiting for a new digger. Yep, could do that too. Could do that too. That would save time and possibly effort. I'm all on board with laziness. You have won my bid, good sir. Or madam. I didn't see who it was. Can you check the oxygen overlay? Yeah, it's not what you call very breathy. But they do have air. There's more air up here too I could go get if I really need it, I guess. So far they're surviving. If I extend this ladder up, I get a double win. I'll get a little bit of water that will spill down, not much mind you, and we'll also get oxygen. We will then have to oxygenate that space though, so I should probably plan to have a door right here. So we can get the oxygen out of there, let it expand downwards, and then when pressurization kind of equals off, we'll get rid of it. And that'll be our thing, our plan. That's what we'll do. Where's that little park sign? Oh, there's the wood burner. We got that. We have that unlocked. That's a new power source, which is kind of cool. Competition. Actually, let's see. What's the competition for this like? Okay, so the wood burner, it burns, wow, 1,714 grams per second of lumber, produces 171.4 grams per second of carbon dioxide, 300 watts of power, 9 kDTUs, overheat temperature 75 degrees, yada, yada, yada. All right, so that produces 300 watts. The coal produces 600 watts, consumes 1,000 grams per second. Lumber is a renewable resource, though. It just produces so much less power. It's like half the amount of power. And still produces all that CO2. So I guess if you had a way to manage the CO2, I guess it would be alright. For example, if you could just channel it into your oxyfern space. Then you could create power and oxygen all in one flow. That would be interesting. Like if you had, like let's say you made like a power generation room where the CO2 is being vented and it crosses across a whole layer of these oxyferns that you had all across like a whole bottom layer. You could actually produce power and oxygen off the same system for a full net gain. And then you would just have to have a bunch of these arbor trees, which you could have your pips plant for free, and you have a whole free production system. Produce power, produce oxygen, and produce wood, and it costs you nothing. That would be interesting. I passed on the arbor tree? What did I pass on? What was I gonna do? I don't remember. Made it almost twice as many cycles as last time. Woo! Celebrate, everybody. We're on cycle 14. We still have a dead duplicate, though. Down here, I do want to do some gravestones. Let's just plan ahead. Just saying. Still Snow with a super chat. Master Digger's dead. It will take a while at the grave with me. Yeah, we're gonna need someone else who can do some digging. We can still do basic digging. We just can't do the fancy digging. Which, you know, it's not that great. I want to get this now. Let's do some ranching stuff. I should probably try to keep some of these shine bugs alive. Plus, we can do our farming. I really want to get that set up. We'll do a pip farm over here. Let's get that going right away. We're gonna dig this out. We're gonna put farm tiles with the thingamajiggers and doozes. Where is it? Oh, I haven't researched it yet. Said what? Oh, I hate the way it zooms in. No, it's there. Where's my food? There we go. Man, helps if I click on the right block. Okay. So this is where we're gonna do our farming. Make it go like, oh no, wait, no, we can't do that. Can't do that. I want them to do free farming. I need a layer that they can go all the way across that they can plant in. So let's do it right here. Okay, so this will be our new farm space in here. Free farm for a win. Maybe the pips will plant the dead dupes. I'm guessing not. We've really got to keep an eye out for a digger, though. So that's got to be our next duplicate if we can get our hands on one. It's got to be a digger. Digger. Let's dig this out. If we don't have someone who can dig the hard substances, then we're gonna have a big problem. Definitely imported a new digger. Well, we're all starving. Oh, whoops. Why do you not have foods? Well, the lowest person is 708 kilocalories. What's the priority on this set at? Oh, I don't have it set higher. Make me the foods. Oh, sub to PewDiePie is not getting a good night's sleep. Dupe of Earl is a loud sleeper. So bad. It's party 5. Yeah, we powered it up now. I need to get a bigger battery going here. Let's build some batteries over this side. Connect those into the power grid. Try to spend less time running on the treadmill and more time producing food and things people can eat. That's right. Give me that food. Where are you going? Don't dig. Who's our cook? Where's our chef? Katrina's our chef. What's Katrina doing? She's definitely not cooking. She's running on a treadmill. Katrina! Okay, hold on. We gotta. I think it's this proximity thing. We gotta turn off this. You go up here. Go do the cooking thing. No. I sent her over there to cook. No, don't build. Go cook. This is like priority 8 now. Go do the thing with the food. And stuffing in your belly. There, finally. Good lord. We have water over here. They just weren't doing it. I guess she wasn't doing the delivery or something to actually have the materials needed to do the work. Oh, she made one mush bar and then ran away. Okay. Let's do this for everything. It's fine. She's burning out those calories from the kitchen. Don't judge. Put that loud sleeper on a different schedule so they can sleep. That's probably a good idea. Let's go ahead and do new schedule. And it was the dupe of Earl. Schedule 2. We'll set her bedtime for this time frame here. Downtime here, and then work time, bath time here, work time in there. No, I did that all backwards. Downtime before sleeping, bath time when they get up. There we go. Okay. So Pewds can sleep now. You're welcome, Pewds. Don't dig, that's not your job. Wouldn't it be a problem if someone would have saved still snow on time? Alright, you got me there. Maybe. Perhaps if we had noticed the impending death, that might not have been a problem, but... Okay, oxygen's in a little better place now, so that's good. We have people starving. That's awesome. Go eat a mush bar or something. Please keep... Now we have your... Really? Where's the chef again? Come on. The chef even has skills. Like, she cooks faster. Where's your skills? Improve cooking. +2 to cuisine. And your cooking skill, your cuisine skill gives you 35% bonus cooking speed. Like, go cook. I was dig. It's the only way to bury your head in the ceiling. That's right. I actually, to get them to cook, I might actually have to turn down the priority for everybody else on cooking. That's insane. Where's my park sign? I didn't find that yet. Plumbing, ventilation, is this a station? Nope. Furniture, there it is, park sign. Classifies as areas of park. Bam. Why is bath time always after sleeping? Well, I don't know. Every time I get up in the morning, I know I need to go use the washroom. Do you have someone supplying? It could be she was supplying, so she could. Yeah, maybe. Maybe if we change someone's priority to increase their supply skill. Where is supplying? La 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 la. Doctoring, tidying, cooking, decorating, researching, decorating, supplying. There we go. She's got the best skill in supplying. Isn't that great? I don't have anyone doing anything like basic cleanup and stuff. I guess Dupe of Earl is the primary builder, but we'll set them on supplying also, I guess. In the interim, because I mean we don't really have other things for them to do. Maybe Mush Machine is operate? Oh, you could be right. You could be right. I mean, it's possible. It doesn't say what job specifically focuses on it. It is a machine, so it's possible it's not cooking. Maybe cooking only applies. Oh, no, there. See, now she's kind of done it. I don't know. We'll see. Divas don't know the secret of bork, bork, bork. Okay. Lack of oxygen makes them loopy. They have pretty good air now, actually. It's not unreasonable. I should actually put airflow tiles right above these things, though, so the air is not acting weird. What do we got? Choose blueprint. Another duplicate coming in. Researcher, farming, operating, building, and tidying. We don't have a digger. No digger. No one to dig up the things. All right, BDS Empire. You'll be the next duplicate coming in. So we have agriculture and machinery, construction and strength. Let's make you a Trabaldo here. BDS Empire. Welcome, welcome. Early bird, narcoleptic, stress vomiting. Okay, good. Not flatulent. Very, oh, actually, look at this. Germ resistant, iron gut, and diver's lungs. Okay, I gotta go for the triple bonus trait over here. That's just too good. Triple bonus trait, and we could use construction. That's still a good trait to have. I just want to put oneself in for duplicate consideration. Well, I tend to pick people that have done super chats as long as there are super chats there, and then if I run out of super chats, then I'll just pick people who are in the chat at the time that we're streaming. Do dupes cannibalize? Still snow barbecue? No, they don't. They don't directly cannibalize anyway. They can sit in water and they make polluted water, and then you can feed that into your plants. I guess that would count, sort of. You're kind of indirectly eating them. We have a barracks, and we have a nature reserve. The nature reserve will give them a nice boost on morale, so that's good. Starvation. They can be very happy while they're starving to death. Okay, this needs plastics and stuff, so we don't want to do that. Fossil fuels, advanced power regulation, no thanks. Brute force, blah, blah. Oh, I want decor. That's what I want. Let's give me some. Let's try to pretty up the joint a tiny bit. Tier decor gives me lights, and then we can do some artistic impressions of things, so that's good. We can put these little statues in their sleeping quarters, or maybe plant some plant pot things in there too. I didn't leave enough room for paintings in there, but they're kind of a long way off of having reed fiber anyway. Actually, this particular colony won't have reed fiber. The only way we're going to get any of the reed fiber is from Drecos. We won't be able to grow it because there's no swamp biome in this particular asteroid, which is kind of interesting. So no slime lung, but no slime, which is useful for things. No natural deposits of algae, which again, somewhat useful for things. And then none of the plants that would be in the swamp biome either. So that rules out reed fiber. That rules out mushrooms. So interesting. Sort of a different way we're going to have to manage our plants and things. Need diver's lungs. Yeah, diver's lungs are very handy. Very, very handy. I mean, once you get a really consistent supply of oxygen, maybe not as much, but... Durgan with a super chat. Please not make sacrifice, Durgan. Thank I dead already. Thanks for the super chat, Durgan. Appreciate the support. By the way, what asteroid is this? Didn't watch the intro. Oh, this is the, blah... That one. The asteroid with the stuff and things. Does it say? It's the Arboreus, whatever? I don't remember which one we picked. It's the third one. Arborea, thank you. This is the Arborea asteroid. I wanted to get one that was definitely going to have the 3 new biomes in it. So, the one new biome is the one we started in, the forest biome. We have this biome down here, which has like all this rust and stuff in it, like the rust biome. There's a third biome somewhere in this asteroid, but we haven't seen it yet. Arborea, like from Flash Gordon. Starvation, the game the whole family can play. What are their vitals? How starving are they? Actually, that's not that bad. They didn't eat. But other than that, it's not bad. They don't have any diseases. That's good. Some little food poisoning. What are you doing? Oh, I don't have enough beds. Sorry about that, little duplicate. Kind of neglected to remember we needed additional bedroom space. Mistakes were made. Let's get this dug out. I really want them to work on this whole farming thing. I want to get pip farming in full swing if we can. Dig up this seed here. Unreachable food. That was weird. Where did they find unreachable food? Did I set these for harvesting over here? I did. Okay. So they've got that. Neat. To me, I like art, harmonica, and programming. Thanks, Japan Quest. Appreciate the super chat. Minecraft taught me never dig up. Well, never dig down, too. There's lava down there. Will still snow your flatulent dupe. Your natural gas looks a lot better than the airport. Yeah, and maybe, actually, because I don't see any flatulence around. There's a little drifting down here. RIP still snow. Yeah, I can't see what Still Snow's traits were, but he might have been the flatulent dupe. I thought it was someone I brought in afterwards, but you could be right. Okay. Contamination. There's no swamp biome. We don't even need the deodorizer. That's interesting. I don't really want the carbon skimmer at the moment, though I might switch to it later. Maybe we'll do the bathroom stuff next. Brute force refinement. Yeah, let's go to the bathroom junk here. We'll get ourselves a little bathroom set up. Can you still harvest in the nature reserve? Yes, I have them set to harvest. Shablammo! These actually need to be set to all the things that I didn't have already. Phosphorite. Okay, give me all. I don't want critter eggs in here. I don't want seeds in here necessarily. Well, actually, I want some seeds in here. Let's put, no, blah, blah, blah. Actually, let's not put any seeds in here. I don't want these guys pulling the seeds out, because there's a bug right now where they get stuck and you can't pick them up. You're like completely stuck without it afterwards. And organic, I don't want any polluted dirt. But everything else should be fine. Copy settings and paste it over everything. Okay, up here we're gonna set up. This is gonna be our natural farm experiment to see whether we can do pip farming as a means of producing food. I'm going to put 2 tiles at the beginning, because we can put like a farming station in here. And this will turn it into a farm, so it'll grow. Although it's not domesticated plants, so it may not actually affect it that way. So we're actually going to be kind of like weighing pros and cons, I think, with the pip farming. Because I think domesticated plants grow faster than the wild plants do, and they might have a different yield to them also. So we're going to have to try and see, is it worth the free food to have a lower yield? I guess if you had a big enough space for it, it might. But it might be a little bit tricky finding appropriate growing conditions for them to plant them just the way you want. That's going to take a little experimenting. Things are a little toasty over there right now, too. Deodorizer could be used for mid to late game when polluted H2O comes into play. Yeah, that's true. It might still have some scenario. It's not completely without merit, that's for sure. Okay, can we... There we go. Critter drop off. Thank you very much. I need storage in here for seeds. So we're going to put it right there. I want this one to actually have the mealwood seeds, and I want to do some arbor seeds in here too, because I want the pips to have stuff to eat. Because they eat the lumber. And I don't want to have to feed them specifically through a feeder, because that's kind of a nuisance. And then I want the mealwood seeds so they can plant it, we can get free crops, and we'll see how that grows. I might even plant one in a farm plot so I can compare the difference. I don't even know what I want to research now. I guess we could go into some of the material stuff. So we can make refined metals. Wait, airborne critter feeder? Was there one in there? Research. Airborne critter lure. That already existed. The critter feeder just feeds normally stuff that's in the air, I think. I'm not sure what you were looking at. It might have been the airborne critter lure you were looking at, which was something we already had. Research tree looks clean and fleshed out. It does, actually, yeah. It's nicely grouped into different areas. The only thing that I find is that the zooming is a little bit weird on it, but it is nicely organized. I like how everything has its own little section. Not that it's saved me from looking around for stuff. Oh, actually, there's even a search function in there. I didn't even notice. Wait, oh, no. Search text. So if I wanted to do air... Oh, cool. It actually highlights it all. So I'm like, darn it, where is that farm plot? Bam, up there. That's cool. Hanging basket in the feeders is the airborne one. Oh, okay. Wait, no, those are for plants, I thought. Oh, airborne critter bait. Attracts one type of airborne critter, single use. Oh, instead of having the airborne critter lure, which is over time, that's just a single use one. That's cool. I didn't even notice that there. I just assumed it was a planter for some reason. Okay, let's, we want seeds in here. We will put mealwood seeds and arbor acorns. Needs more shine bugs. We have a whole bunch of them up top there. Gonna need a grooming station for them to make them multiply a bit. Apparently the shine bugs will disturb the duplicate sleep now, so we have to keep them out of the bedroom area. Now you can search for clip A easily. Clip A's, clip B's. I missed all the clips. The oils. Apparently I don't know what I'm doing in that game. Alright, we want pips in here. Pipsqueaks. Oh, the babies are called pipsqueaks. Not enough shine bug. Needs more shine bug. I'll put a grooming station up top here. We'll groom some shine bugs. This isn't even the first death or the first colony today. It's not. Right. We died on like cycle 6 initially because I wasn't paying attention to food. Things are going better this time though. It's still not awesome, but I really love this little farm they have in here. What's the growth production like on these? Let's see, produce meal lice, blah blah blah. Meal lice, 600 kilocalories. Base seed harvest chance of 10%. So again, you're not guaranteed to get a seed out of these when you harvest them anymore. It seems like they've taken like that old version of farming and sort of blended it with the new one. Growing 47%. Life cycle growth 12 cycles. So 12 cycles to get growth out of them. They harvest them 3 times, right? See what it says in here about mealwood. Because there's got to be a difference between the growth rate for the domesticated versus the wild. Growth requirements. Life cycle 3 cycles. Temperature 10 to 30. Dirt, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so it's dramatically longer when it's in the wild. Life cycle 12 cycles. Like, it's 4 times longer when it's wild. So even though we can get free farming out of our pips up here, it might be better if we could use them for things that we're not worried about that kind of harvesting life cycle on. I'm gonna try it anyway, just because I want to see what they do. But let's gather up some pips. Our personal little farming. Oh, we have a Draco in here. Wait a minute, the pips were everywhere. Now I can't even see them. I got 2 of them wrangled. Where'd all the pips go? This one's gonna be stuck in a place I can't get to. Okay, wrangle up some pips. I want to sweep the floor up here too so we can get rid of this. 1/4 growth rate, but doesn't use water or dirt. Yeah, that's why I'm saying, like, if you could get a large enough farm going, then it might be worth it. Obviously, depending on the number of duplicates you have. If you have a crazy colony like I had last time with like 45 duplicates, you can't afford a 12-cycle growth or 12-cycle growth cycle. 12-day growth cycle. Man, that's a lot of cycles to say. But you can't go for the wild growth. It's just not enough. But I tend to use wild growth anyway for things like frost wheat. So that would be ideal for that. Just have them plant that, because then you don't have to deal with all the mess of trying to supply all those things. So I don't know, we'll see. If you pay attention, it's mostly the same people conversing in chat. That's usually how it goes. I mean, we have 414 people on the stream right now. But yeah, it often is the... there's a batch of people who are much more interactive than others. Some people just like to watch, and that's fine. Other people like to hang out and chat. Usually you'll see the people that are chatting are also people that tend to go to the Discord, and they like to hang out and chat there. But for the 413 people that are watching, if you don't subscribe to the channel, click on the subscribe button. Come back and check out another stream. More duplicates. I gotta build another bedroom. Okay, so decorating, ranching, farming, tidying, suit wearing. Suit wearing, athletics. Apparently if you're athletic, you wear a suit well. Why on earth would I want a duplicate that's good at wearing suits? Interior decorator, farming, tidying, doctoring, ranching. We don't have a doctor right now, but I don't know if we need one too bad. There's no slime lung in this colony. So I guess we'll go with agricultural and strength. We'll take a bubbles. Can't go wrong with the bubbles. This will be Cosmo. Oops, if I can actually type in the box there. Cosmo, welcome to the colony, Cosmo. Print. It's a tracksuit. John P with the super chat for the puns. Thanks, John P. Appreciate the super chat. Suit wearing is good for astronauts. I guess I could see that, like exosuits and stuff or whatever. It's just weird. It's a weird skill. I don't know that I would get a lot of use out of that one. Let's open up the door here. We have the water in. Give everybody a shower. I want them to wrangle these things as a priority, please. What? Priority 7. That was weird. I clicked on the priority and it wasn't showing both of them. Look, this guy doesn't have a priority. That's got to be a bug. It's a priority-less pip. And that's no good. Ain't nobody got time for that. With pips, they can plant in farm tiles. Ooh, can they? If they can, that's pretty cool. So you can't see a dupe's full skill levels anymore when picking a new one? No, because it's only showing you the ones that they actually have something greater than 0 in. So it's not showing everything. And actually, it's a lot cleaner to look at. I kind of like it. We have skill points there and I haven't spent. I should probably do that. Texas Wrath will improve your research level and give you a fancy new hat. Same thing with Asai. I'm sorry, I'm terrible at name pronunciation. Pewds will boost you up to better construction. Let's see. Love can go to ranching, so that'll be a plus. That's probably why they didn't wrangle anybody. I didn't have a rancher. That was stupid of me. I am so smart. SMRT. BDS Empire, construction. And then Cosmo. I'm going to set Cosmo on digging for now, because we need a digger. We need somebody who can do priority digging. Need more power production. They can't use anything without someone running on the wheel. You're right. I'm not producing anything other than wheel power right now. But if they store up enough power in the batteries, then they can get off of the wheel and go do something else. Just, they're not necessarily getting there. Oh, those skills I did. I need to do priorities. Priorities. BDS Empire is building, and then Cosmo is going to be digging, wherever it is. There we go. There we go. So Cosmo is not exactly necessarily well equipped for the whole digging thing, but that's okay. Oh, look at what it's all wrangled. It looks so unhappy. Go set it free, quickly. Quickly. Okay, now this, does it have any seeds in it? Oh, yeah. Let's dump this on the ground. Boom. Go to work, little guy. No, where are you going? No, where are you going? Plant the seed. Auto farming. I wonder how long it'll take them to plant them all. This should be interesting. There's like 22, 23 seeds here, so they can get busy for a while. And they can't get out the door. So if they plant some arbor trees, then they'll eat, and if they don't, they'll starve to death. Take that, little slave pips. Ha! Sometime in July, Poe, you'll have your pip paradise. So ready to play this, man. When does the game finish updating? Like forever? They don't actually have a date, unfortunately. It just says July still. I am looking forward to seeing when it is like done. And I have a feeling they're going to continue to add content to the game afterwards. Not that they've necessarily said so, but how am I doing? How much CO2 do these consume? 625 milligrams. So I have 4 of them in play. Give me a second here. I gotta do some math. My brain's not working. It's too late at night. I've been doing too much math today already. 625 times 4 of them. 2,500 milligrams. Jeez, is that it? That's so little carbon dioxide they use. It's only 2.5 grams per second they're consuming. That doesn't seem right somehow. 2.5 grams per second. Okay, where is the power production? I want to see the wood burner. It produces... Jeez, 171.4. You would have to have a crazy number of these things to offset all of that CO2. Still, I think I kind of want to try this. I'm gonna dig this out, and we're gonna put a little flooring across here. Because why not? And over here, I'm gonna do power production. I'm gonna try this little wood burner thing. We have a little bit of wood production kind of on the go here, although it doesn't seem like they're storing it anywhere for some reason. These things not hold lumber in them? What's the deal with that? Agriculture, phosphorite. It looks like lumber can't be stored. Oh, there it is. Industrial lumber. They're just not putting it away. Oh, right, because I lowered my storage. Oh, that's right. Never mind. Forgot I lowered it because the pips were in there. I can actually set this back to normal now because we wrangled all the pips out of the way. They're busy doing their farming work. Crack the whip on them. Yeah, we have natural gas power down here too. That'll be handy. I'm going to try this wood burning thing though. So with the wood burning power, it'll give us 300 watts. We can plug that into our system, and then we won't have to run on the treadmill anymore. It'll produce some CO2 down below here. I'm going to plant more of these oxyferns. Let's dig all this stuff up here. I want to do oxyferns all across the bottom here. And I want to see how good our oxygen production is relative to our consumption of materials. And actually, I shouldn't have built those other tiles. I should have just gone farm tiles all the way across. There we go. We'll go like that. We'll see. Because as it stands right now, they're doing a pretty good job of keeping the CO2 cleaned up. Not that we have a lot that we're producing. We only have like 8 duplicates, but... Headed to New Brunswick on the 17th of August. Nice. I have to travel twice in July, and I was so worried that this was going to come out while I was traveling, and then I'd have to wait days knowing that I couldn't play it. The week after next, I have to go to Boston for a few days, so there'll be a couple days there where I may not be streaming. And then later in the month, I have to go to Jersey City, so I'll be gone again for like another 3 days then at the end of the month. So there's going to be a couple little gaps in the month of July, but just only for a couple days at a time. But I was really worried the game was going to come out, and I'd have to wait, and I'd be like torturing myself over not being able to play it. More oxygen experiments. I approve. Why don't I use hydroponic? Because brain, no brain work. Yep, I should. It'll save duplicate time. I totally forgot that they actually need. Oh man, I already did a thing. I did an oopsie. Deconstruct, cancel that. CrypticFox made an oopsie. Cosmo with a super chat. Thanks for the dupe. Can I has bed? Oh, now we're getting to me. You want to be able to sleep? Holy cow! Yeah, I should make some more beds. I'm gonna make like a little bedroom in here, I guess, because I don't know where else to put it right now. So we'll plan just to turn this into our space, I guess. It's only gonna be 3 high again, but frankly, I don't have any. I don't have any stuff to make artwork anyway. We can just do like statues and things. Oh, which reminds me, we did unlock some of those, and I totally forgot to make them. What's the decor for a statue versus a non-statue? Oh, do we even have an artist? Nope, never mind. I need to get an artist in here. Taking my sister down to where your mom's moving to. Oh, that's cool. I totally forget all the time that you're in Canada, Brittany. I don't know why. I'm not very smart. Used to live in New Brunswick / Piscataway? I'm not sure how to say that exactly. But that's cool. I've lived in a lot of different places in Canada. I'm in southern Ontario now, not far from Toronto. But I lived in Winnipeg, and I was born in Winnipeg. I've lived in Edmonton. I lived in like the Niagara region in Ontario. I was in Saskatoon for a little bit when I was really, really young. Kind of like across the country sort of thing. Funny enough, I haven't made it out to BC yet, but that's where my sister lives. Yeah, Poe, it was an honest mistake. I confused your country with Snoop's. Because, you know, the NZ at the end of Snoop's name wasn't a dead giveaway. I never claimed to be that intelligent, you know. I'm always telling you guys, you just tend not to believe me very often. And it's moments like this where you suddenly go, oh, yeah. Yeah. Look, they planted the plants. Tell me they have more seeds there. Oh, they do. Get to work, little guys. You're not working hard enough. Get back to work. You've got more work to do. I wonder if they have to plant it in dirt. It looks like they planted it only in the dirt. Let's try giving them farm tiles and see if they'll plant in farm tiles. Inquiring minds want to know. So we got free food here for the dirt, but that could be a pretty severely limiting factor. Although I guess I could do up here if we can plant a whole bunch. I let him out. I was like, how did he get out there? And then I realized I broke the floor. Sorry, confused. New Brunswick with New Brunswick, New Jersey. Oh, okay. Since you mentioned your office in Jersey City. Got it. Thanks, Japan Quest. Now I understand. Although it's a Canadian channel, I'll confess I'm from Texas. Okay. Is that a bad confession to make? I'm not terribly familiar with Texas. I've never been there myself. I'm aware of it, and just not familiar with it. Okay, let's do some more wrangling, because I let... Whoops, not fellow cam, wrangle. I let both of the pips out. Get back in there. I'm not done with your slave labor. Get to work. He's making a getaway. I'm out of here. Okay, this is ready enough I can do my little power thing. Let's try a little experiment. We're going to take our wood burner. It produces 300 watts, so there's really no issue with connecting this into our grid. Shlamo. And we'll see whether it has like a gas output or anything. I wonder if it just vents it in the same way that the coal generator does. I have a feeling it will. So it'll just vent the CO2 out. And then we'll let that drift over here where I'm going to plan to have a whole row of these oxyferns in our irrigation tile. And we'll see how much oxygen we can get just by producing power. Because this is all passive. Well, I mean, aside from the water it's going to take. But for a second, I thought PewDiePie was going in the drink. He moved fast, though. He's got fast feet, that guy. Jess Stewart with super chat. Who let the pips out? Woo, woo, woo. So bad. Will they plant in a farm plot? Inquiring minds want to know. Doesn't look like it. They don't seem inclined to do it. So that could be a limiting factor in using them for pimp. I was gonna say pimp. I was gonna say pimp farming, but I meant pip farming. There's a lot of dirt up here, though. I could conceivably have them grow up here. But it looks like they'll only plant the seeds in dirt, which is kind of... Oh, he grabbed it. Oh, wait. Show me the good news. Oh, they do plant it in farm plots. Except now it's not... see, now it needs fertilizing. So it's not as cool as it was. We got some free plants out of it. There's a dupe trap near the plants. Okay, I'll go grab them. What do I research? Oh, there we go. Okay, we'll set up research, then we'll go rescue the dupe so that they don't end up being somebody else's lunch. Distillation. This is new. Ethanol distiller refines organics into ethanol. That's a new thing to play with. Same artwork as it has for the algae distiller, so hopefully they change that up. I imagine they will. It's just funny it doesn't look like temp art in here. Okay, we'll let them work on that. Now, where's our trapped dupe? Oh, this one. Poor little pewds. At least he's got oxygen. Oh my god. The instant I write it off as being fine, he pees in our drinking water. What a jerk. Come on. Like, seriously, buddy. Alright, somebody's gonna mop up down here. We got germy pee water in the drinking water. Try to get it quickly, we'll limit our germ exposure. Never mind. It's already going rampant. On video, this stream's now rated T. I thought he would be fine for a moment. I didn't realize he was missing his bathroom break. It's kind of a bum deal right there. Okay, another duplicate. Not that I have rooms for them, but we will have one soon. I'm working on it. Choose blueprints. Okay. Operating, researching, ranching, building, cooking, suit wearing, operating. Man, we can't get another digger. Can't get a guy that's really good at digging in this place. Everybody's got skills for everything else. Interior decor, squeamish mouth breather, loud sleeper, biohazardous. Quick learner, though. Building, cooking, suit wearing. None of these are really all that fantastic. I mean, operating +7 is pretty good. I guess we'll take that. Decreased germ resistance, but there's not really that many germs, so... CrypticFox has his priorities. That sounds about right. This will be Scott Delaney. Welcome to the colony. Thank you for the super chat. Much appreciated. Okay. So, well... I was super excited about the potential for the pips, but it is a little bit limiting. I think it's okay, though. But it's... Like, if we... Like, up here, for example, if I dug out some more of this dirt... If there was a way we could get the dirt clumps to fall in the place we want them to be... Then it would be more overpowering. Like, if we could make, like, a whole roll of slime and then heat it up to the melting point and have it all convert to dirt. But that's... That would be, like, crazy late game and totally not worth it for what you're netting, I don't think. What's wrong with your digging? You seem to be doing a wonderful job. You are doing a good job of digging. It's just not your preferred skill. I'd rather give you something you prefer doing. Okay, let's take all these up. Man, that didn't take this pip long. Get this thing out of here. Wrangle that puppy. Jeez. Leave him alone for a second and it goes and takes one of my farm plots. Still running on a food shortage. Because I've been mucking around with the weird farming systems instead of just doing it properly. Oh, look, they can fertilize it from underneath. That's cool. Okay, let's get an automatic door in here. Call this a room. Throw some beds in place. This room, well, actually, it's only 3 tiles high, so I can actually probably go really far with this. So let's do another bed here at the end. And then I think I have insulated tile now, so I should start doing some insulation here. I'm gonna go like that. We have a person who could dig this out now, so we'll do this. Actually, cancel the dig there, and we'll just put a little farm plot in. There we go. So the dupes can sleep below the farm. I should give them some stuff to let some of the gases out of here. Particularly since it looks like there's a flatulent dupe still hanging around, because I still see some natural gas. Oh! I wasn't paying attention. I'm out of algae. We're gonna need a water pump. Stick that down here. We get a little piping. Okay, that's super derpy. I'm going to set these for our oxyferns. Copy settings. Plant those all the way across. And then I need to deconstruct these tiles. Blammo! Let's see if they can sneak out in time. They probably will. They're sneaky little devils. They move pretty fast, too, actually. Yeah, well, yeah, I have very little oxygen production right now. Things are not good. Things are not good. Where is... I already tapped all the algae out of that spot. That kind of sucks. There's another little pocket of algae way over here if I could dig my way to it, but I don't know that I can dig through the abyssalite even. About to find out. Cancel that. Dig across. Survey says... Nope. Alright, that one's out of reach. Forget that. Okay, where else is there a pocket of algae? There's gotta be some more here. There's a little more up there, but that's kind of far away. There's one right here. Ugh, that is not ideal to get to. Huh. Well, we have a little bit of oxygen for now, and there's actually a lot of oxygen up here. So worst case scenario, they can go up here to breathe for a bit. Still starving. Good times. Man, they have not kept up with the food production at all. And there's only like 9 duplicants. Goes to show you we should really plant our farm earlier instead of mucking around with our pip planting. We're gonna see the ones that are actually planted in here improperly are gonna be like a totally different story. They're gonna grow so much faster. Okay, I need oxygen. Let's get this going down here. Party 7, give me all this business. Oh, look, this is running. Okay, so there was no actual output required for this. Yay, beta branch. Whoops, we're sorry, but it seems your game's encountered an error. So a black hole ate my game. I think it might have been the wood production there. But that's okay. It's actually like 1:45 in the morning my time. Rust and salt. Hey, Brothgar, how's it going? My problem is that where the salt was growing, I don't have any chlorine, so it's not fully growing yet. So I don't have it harvestable. But I am gonna have to get that going. But since my game just crashed and it's already like 1:45 in the morning, I think I'm gonna call it a wrap for tonight. If you don't subscribe to the channel, click on the subscribe button. Come back. We're gonna play some more. I'll probably wind up playing this again this weekend because I'm now that I'm digging into it, I'm like super excited to play more of it. Thanks again, everyone, for the super chats tonight. Very much appreciated. Thanks for popping in, Brothgar, as well. If you guys haven't seen Brothgar's video, he did summarize all the things that are new in the update. So go over to his channel and check that out if you want to see a summary if you didn't catch it at the beginning of this stream. I didn't go through everything, and he kind of did. So feel free to go check all that stuff out. Tomorrow night, I'm going to be playing another game with my buddy Kazi. We're going to be playing Totally Reliable Delivery Service. It's kind of this derpy little game. Looks like fun. So we should have some fun with that. And then I may play some more Oxygen Not Included on Sunday night, but I'll let you know. Thanks again so much, everyone. I'm, as always, CrypticFox. I'll see all of you next time.